Along with you here on the broadcast as we get set for game number 2 between the Hastings Sodbusters and the Spearfish Sasquatch. Happy to have you along with me here on your Wednesday evening as we're getting things going here. Coming up, we'll have an interview. I got to talk to one of the newest Sodbuster members of the team, and just joined the team yesterday and had 2 hits. That would be Aaron Harper. We'll get to that interview here in just a little bit. Last night, Busters won game 1, 12-7, and it was an interesting game. There was some plays that you don't normally see with the out early in the game at second base with the runner not sliding in time to get Jake Schroeder out of a jam early, and then there was some plays at the plate and some base running miscues, and Busters very aggressive on the base pass last night. Sometimes it didn't pay off, sometimes it did, but the errors were the big thing for Spearfish. When you have 6 errors in a game, it's hard to win a game. At that point, Busters were winning had 10 runs on 4 hits. They ended up with 12 runs on 10 hits for the night. But when you give up 6 errors, it's very, very tough to win a game. It's not impossible. I remember the Busters doing it last year. They had a game where they had 5 errors, and they still won somehow. But Spearfish last night couldn't get it going, and Busters got the bats going. Big 5th inning for them. Had some things happening for them. So we'll talk about that more as we go on. We'll look at some of the numbers from last night's game and the interview coming up as well. The pregame show, game number 2 coming up. First pitch, 6:35. Spearfish here at Hastings. Game number 3 will be tomorrow. And then coming into town this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, will be the brand new team, which I'm very excited to see. It is going to be the Nebraska Prospects. Now, they base themselves out of Omaha, but they don't have a home stadium. They play all road games this year in the Independence League. So, it'll be very entertaining, and some of the best high school talent from all over the state, and get to see them all right here this weekend at Duncan Field. Let's take a break and come back. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Are you tired of lousy internet and faceless customer service? It's time to experience local, honest, hassle-free, and exceptional. That's the Allo promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say Allo.
Are we good?
So don't settle for mediocre. Settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game.
Yeah, man, we're good. It's good.
And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make
Howdy.
the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Imagine visiting a place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. Hastings is the birthplace of Kool-Aid. You can see the Kool-Aid exhibit at the Hastings Museum, along with many other amazing attractions and a planetarium. And visit the one and only Nebraska Bigfoot Crossroads of America Museum and Research Center. It all starts with the Adams County Visitors Bureau. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
If I won one of the 8 new trucks the
Then we're not
Nebraska
recording from this
Lottery
thing.
is giving away in Trucks and Bucks
We're not turned on here.
2022,
It did. It was a good win tonight. I'm originally from California. Right now I attend Northern Illinois University. It was just good to pull out the win tonight.
What part of California are you from?
I'm from Hemet, California. It's a small town in Riverside County.
Yep, I know. I'm from San Diego, so I'm very familiar with that. And so you got Matt's in there from Riverside?
Yes, Matt's from Riverside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very cool. So what made you want to come to Hastings and play some baseball this summer?
I was looking for somewhere to play, and one of my old junior college coaches put me in contact with Luke, and everything that he was telling me sounded really good, so I was excited for the opportunity to come out here and play some ball.
It's a fun atmosphere. Are you used to playing to crowds this size?
I played with crowds this size, but not as into the game with all the things going on. It was pretty fun to watch. Yeah.
It's a whole different atmosphere, and it's a beautiful field. You know, Yogi Berra played on this field back in the '60s. Did you know that?
I did not know that. That's really cool.
It's a little league thing, a long time ago. So, so what do you hope to work on this summer here while you're playing summer ball?
I just want to work on being more consistent, just an all around in the game, just defensively, hitting wise, just being more consistent, and then just improve some power numbers, hit the ball for more doubles and home runs and stuff like that, which is going to be hard to do on this field, but as long as I just keep swinging it and just trying to get some hits and help the team win, then I'll be happy with that.
Cool. It's a good atmosphere here with all the guys. Everybody ought to do the same thing. It's always I always hear good stories about everybody getting along and making friendships, maybe even for a lifetime.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just got here last night, and I already, love some of the guys on this team. They're fun to play with, and the atmosphere here is really great. So I'm excited for more to come this year.
Aaron Harper, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there we go, Aaron Harper, and I appreciate him letting me interrupt his meal. Nothing like getting an interview with a guy with his mouth full of food. Hey, how's it going? But I found him, and a very nice guy, and as I said, he's from Southern California, so we had that going on. He's from the area, same area that Trevor Matson is from, Riverside County there. Hemet is in Riverside, so it's a little east and a little north of where I'm from, San Diego. So very interesting on that fact. So let's take a look at what he did last night with the bat. 2 hits for Harper, 3 at-bats. He had 2 hits, a run, 3 RBIs, 3 of the 12 runs were off of his bat. And a good night in the field as well. He started over at second base and moved over. He started at third, I think, and moved over to shortstop. So, anyways, good night for him. Great night last night for pitching as well for the Sodbusters bullpen anyway. Schroeder got off kind of a rough start, giving up 5 runs in 4 innings. But insert Ryan Jacobs. And Jacobs went the rest of the way, 5 innings, earning the win. Gave up only 1 hit in that time. 2 runs. Had a walk, struck out 10 Sasquatch batters in 5 innings. That's a great outing for Ryan Jacobs, and I need to go down and introduce myself to him, but I just haven't done that yet. A lot of new guys on the team as season's still kind of unfolding here. Buster's only second home game here tonight against Sasquatch. Tomorrow against Spearfish as well, and then this weekend the Nebraska Prospects come into town. So we'll take a break, come back. We'll get some of Steve's thoughts about last night's game. Take a look at the rosters. This is the Sodbuster pregame show here from Duncan Field.
Baseball is sponsored by Nebraska Land Distributors, where you can...
Check. Okay.
Do you have lineups? I'm going to use one section to me.
Yeah. You'll never read my writing. Tell you right now.
Summer Shandy, refreshing beer with a hint of lemon. Check out these great adult beverages on your next trip to the Hastings Sodbusters, courtesy
All their
of
guys are on the
Nebraska
roster.
Distributors. Get the latest in news, sports, and local interest stories with the Hastings Tribune. The Tribune's award-winning staff provides you with the best in local content from the news you need to amazing photographic
Why this always takes forever to... Damn. It might just be quicker for you to take a picture of it.
Browse the business directory
Take a picture of a picture.
Hastings Tribune. Always a good read. Pick up the latest issue or subscribe today.
Are you going to use your phone?
No, go ahead. And then the other one is on a text message, though. So
Tribune, a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Eagle Distributing and Budweiser are proud to be sponsoring the Hastings Sodbusters. Budweiser has been linked to organized baseball since 1980 with a continued commitment to celebrate America's favorite pastime. Budweiser brand was introduced in 1876 using time-honored brewing methods.
I didn't get here in time to do any interviews.
I should have done one last night regardless. I'm thinking about that
That's
later.
all right. We'll grab a couple tonight. Hopefully the lights don't go out completely, but even if they do, we'll scrap whoever's closest.
Welcome you to enjoy a cold Budweiser while cheering on your favorite hometown team, the Hastings Sodbusters. You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even
It'd be nice Saturday and Sunday when I can get here in time and actually, do some prep.
I had time, but I stopped and got some food on the way.
Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the
I'm
road.
eating at 11 o'clock at night.
And you can
My
turn up the job
work
is done
just,
right.
I just printed this about as early as I can get here normally.
No, that's fine. I didn't do crap today at the newspaper. A few pictures, but I'm off the paper tomorrow, so I'm going to get here about 3 tomorrow, and Will Reynolds is coming on the Sodcast, so... Welcome back to the Sodbuster pregame show. Here we go. Steve Stein joins me. Steve, good game last night. It was an interesting game. I talked about before, right when you were coming in, about the weird out at second base early in the game where the guy slid too early or didn't slide early enough. And then we had, just some base running plays that maybe the Busters shouldn't have been in. It could have been a lot bigger game for them. Probably 3-4 different times I can think of where they sent the runner and perhaps couldn't have. There was a pickle, that kind of thing. There was some just some odd plays like that. But you know what? 6 errors for Spearfish really didn't help their cause.
And it'll be interesting to see once you get a chance to visit with Coach Bay and also the assistant coach, the guy who kind of sends those runners from third base, as Chris Savalos. That may be the philosophy and the way this team is going to go about things in terms of being aggressive on the base paths. I think it's probably going to be a team that maybe pushes the envelope a little. So when you do that, you're going to run into some outs. Maybe we can get some thoughts on that from Scott Galusha when he comes up in the fourth inning.
Well, and I like the aggressiveness because sometimes you force other teams to make errors. You know, sometimes when you run like that, you are forcing them to make a bad throw or ill-advised throw. And, you know, the pickoff to first yesterday, that guy, the starting pitcher, was horrible with his pickoff. So, you know, sometimes like that, too, where you can force some things. You dance around at second base, maybe get a guy to throw it into center field, something along that line. So I do appreciate that, and it didn't really cost them the game. Like I said, they got plenty of runs and that kind of thing. So very aggressive base running, and I'm all about base running. I love my two favorite things in baseball is base running and defense. I know everybody likes the home run, everybody likes pitching, but I like base running and I like defense. Those are my two favorite things, probably because the two things I was probably the best at as a player. So I couldn't hit to save my life, but so that's what I look forward to. Spearfish tonight, I think they kind of got the bugs out of their system a little bit last night on defense. They were taking their eye off the ball on some routine plays. Look for McHenry to have a big night over there at shortstop. He's got a really good arm, and he's back in the starting lineup. Carr, who was the catcher last night, who earned my Ice Pack of the Night award, he's back in the lineup, but he's at first base tonight.
Hallelujah.
And I'm sure that's what he said when he saw it. Somebody else is catching for them. So
That
Carr
poor
is in the
guy.
lineup. And what a tough dude he is. I'm going to just give my hats off to Carr. Oh, the night he had last night and the season he's had, from what I heard before this, things happened. And, boy, what a tough dude he is. And he's back in the lineup. And he's over there at first base.
And if you weren't with us last night, he took 2 foul balls off the groin, bounced and hit him perfectly right in the cup.
Two different times, yep.
Yeah, twice. And I was talking to Brian Frew, former catcher in his own right, and he said he has never seen somebody stay in the game after getting hit twice. And the coach asked him both times, yeah, you want out? Nope, stick it, I'm staying in.
And apparently this is the third time it's happened in like 7 games. So, I mean, usually 3 times in a season would be a lot, but we're 7 games in. Let's take a look at the lineups for the Spearfish Sasquatch, who, by the way, I think they went and saw the Bigfoot Museum today here in Hastings.
All right.
So I wonder what their opinion was of that. Leading things off for them at shortstop will be Johnny McHenry, as I talked about. Then they'll have Ryan Bachman as the DH tonight, batting second. Gabe Springer in right field tonight. Saw him at third base last night. He moves out to the outfield. He's at right field batting third. Carson Green in the lineup. He is batting cleanup at center field. Andrew Johnson is behind the plate. He is the catcher. Bailey Bordas is at second base, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Ivan Palmero, a great name there. Third base, he is batting batting seventh. Batting eighth is Davis Carr. We just talked about he's at first base. And Trey Vorwald is the left fielder, batting ninth. So it's McHenry, Bachman, Springer, Green, Johnson, Bordas, Palmero, Carr, and Vorwald. On the hill for Spearfish Sasquatch is Drew Headkey. For Hastings Sodbusters, here's what manager Luke Bay throws out there. Dallin Quigley is going to lead things off in center field, his very speedy self. Aaron Harper back in the 2 slot, did very good about that yesterday, Steve. We talked about him 2 for 3 in the 3 spot. Keep him there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Back at shortstop again. Trevor Madsen over at third base, batting third. Batting fourth is Blake Scott. We haven't seen him yet, you and I, so he is the cleanup hitter playing first base tonight. Fred Bone came in last night, a defensive replacement, as a pinch hitter and stayed in as defensive replacement. He is the DH tonight. Catcher tonight is again Sam Adams. Matt Lemke is in right field tonight, where he ended up eventually last night. Left field is Tyson Gertis, and in second base is Tegan Tamia. What the pitcher is going to be Trayton Scully, somebody you and I are very familiar with from last year. So again, it's Quigley, Harper, Madsen, Scott, Bone, Adams, Lemke, Gertis, and Tamia, with Trayton Scully from York College on the hill for the Sodbusters tonight. One of the returning guys, he came back this year. We're happy to have him. He did a good job for us last year. His best buddy, Manny Herrera, is back on the team from York College as well. And I said hi to Manny last night when he was eating. And always a friendly young man as well. So very cool to have those guys back on the team. Look for Trayton's got the great hair as well. He's back.
Long hair. So.
Yep. And that's pretty much how mine looked when I was his age too. So I didn't have the beard though. But anyways, so that's back. The hair is back. It's a great night for baseball here at Duncan Field. The wind is blowing Looks like it's rolling from left field here just a little bit, similar to last night's win. It's not too hot. It's a great night for baseball. We'll take a look at the weather and have the first pitch coming up about 6:35. This is the pregame show. It is Sodbuster Baseball.
Customer service.
Okay. Huh? I don't know. I'm going to clean up my writing here so I can read what I wrote. Twisted Sister.
Did you say Lemke's in right and Gertis is in left?
Yes.
Okay.
Did I write that wrong?
Well, it locked up on me, so I just was listening to your lineups as you said them. I think I got them.
It's on my, let's see.
It's Sam Adams catching. I should have them because I just jotted the last names as you were doing them, so I should be good. Like I said, it'll be nice weekend when I can.
9, Curtis at 7, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, I just didn't get it before it locked up on me.
How can his mic still be on? How about now? Oh, here.
Check, check.
Visitors Bureau. Start exploring at visithastingsnebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
Okay.
If I won one of the 8 new trucks the Nebraska Lottery is giving away in Trucks and Bucks 2022, I'd be off-roading all the time through muddy riverbeds, across dusty prairies. I'd treat that truck like a tank. I'd be merciless.
Can I ride along?
Only if you wear shoe covers to protect the carpeting, promise not to eat or drink anything inside the cab, and polish the dashboard when you leave.
Trucks and Bucks is back, and you could win one of 8 new trucks. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
Welcome back, Sodbuster pregame show. Josh, Sam, and Steve Stein along with you. Caden Kirkak running our cameras to my right. Happy to have you guys along with us here. Game number 2 with the Spearfish Sasquatch, and Spearfish having a tough season after last year. Had such a great year, but off to a 1-6 start for Spearfish. So it's been kind of a tough go for them. Lots of new players on this team, different managers. Sometimes that's the thing too. Their manager Shane Gardner, very nice guy. Talked to him before last night's game, but just kind of got thrown in the job or took the job kind of the last minute. So maybe they're still working on some stuff there. And we did see some positives last night from a couple guys in their bullpen.
Yeah, they got some decent performances from their bullpen, much like the Hastings Sodbusters, and so I'm sure they needed some guys to eat some innings. It's a long old season, and you don't want to get guys too fatigued here because there are not many off days. Of course, both these teams having Monday off, but you saw the Spearfish team, they had to play the same team first 6 games. That kind of like when the Sodbusters and Fremont go at it back to back to back to back to back, and Badlands may be the team to beat, at least in the early going in that Great Plains division, and they had to play them 6 times, so they lose 5 out of 6 to them, so they're just happy to play somebody else. And of course, the first road trip for this group, I expect a better performance from them just from that standpoint after getting on a bus and having them to play. These guys still getting used to life in this particular league, and so it'll be interesting to see how they come out today against the Sodbusters. And we were talking about the errors. I'm wondering how many times that this group has played on turf on the infield, because, man, I would think if you're not used to it, I mean, even if you're on a very fast grass surface, that ball gets to you in a hurry with that turf infield, and it just seemed like that was like they were just a half a second slow getting the glove out. It just got to them faster than they thought it was going to get to them. I think that was part of the errors, because most of them were glove related. They bounced out of the glove. Did have one throwing error by the pitcher who made a wild throw, but most of them were just booted balls. The hops are going to be true on this turf, but it's going to get to you faster maybe than you're used to if you're playing on that in the natural grass.
And I don't remember any errors in the outfield last night. There might have been one, but I can't put my finger on it. So, yeah, most of them were on the infield, and it does take a a weird hop from when I've talked to infielders on this turf. I've never played on turf myself, so I don't know. But if you're not familiar with it, it's definitely a challenge. I talked to Sodbusters who came here last year, and some of those guys, even I remember talking to Ephraim Cervantes a couple of years ago about the turf, and he'd never played on turf, and he says it takes a weird hop, especially over third base, shortstop side for whatever reason, and it takes some getting used to. About usually 2-3 games into it, you're kind of used to the turf. But for other teams, for visiting teams that don't have turf and don't ever play on it except for when they come here, that could be a big problem. I also noticed McHenry take his eye off the ball a couple times last night, worried about the runner, just some early jitters or whatever there to get some things going for him. But you got to keep your eye on the ball to make the play. First you got to have the ball, and then you got to throw it. But yeah, the overthrow at first base, just some of those weird plays at third base where the guy made one great play and then the next time it went right by him, and that kind of stuff. So we'll see if they clean that up a little bit here for them. Sodbusters look pretty good. They look great on defense. Didn't have any errors last night at all. I'm not sure how familiar those guys are with turf, but they look pretty solid all through the defense.
Well, one thing about it, and although, some of these guys literally just got here the day before their first home game, so I don't know how many reps they got on the turf. But they look very comfortable. And, I love the left side of the infield yesterday, regardless of who played it. Saw a lot of versatility after the unfortunate injury to Sawyer Duddleston. And we saw guys move around and be comfortable of their respective positions. And this may be the semi-quote everyday lineup with Madsen playing third, Aaron Harper, who started at third yesterday, now at short, and Tamia at second. In hearing from Scott Galusha yesterday, those may be the guys who play those positions on the majority of days for the Hastings Sodbusters. We'll have to see how the summer unfolds, and we're just getting rolling here with the second home game of the year.
Well, yeah, and as you talked about the changes yesterday, versatility on this team is crazy. I mean, basically all four infield positions changed and one right field position with the injury to Duddleston last night. And it's nice to have that. It's nice to have, the guys that can move around a lot of positions. And that's a great thing if you're Coach Luke Bay to, hey, I've got a guy that plays second base. He can also play right field. I got a guy that can play first and third. I got a guy that can play short, first, third, wherever. You got catchers that can play first. You got that kind of thing. And they've also got like J.T. Cafferty, who hasn't played a position all year. He's been pitching. But he's also a guy, if you absolutely needed somebody, could come in and play first, could play right field, could catch. He could also DH. Jacob Shaw's one of those guys who just has great hands as well. So a lot of versatility in this league with injuries and sometimes roster changes and small rosters. That's nice to have.
And it'll be interesting to see how they do moving forward. I know we never did get official stats from the first two games of the year, but JT, looking at the copy of the book that we could kind of read. JT actually did play in the field one of the two games that we didn't have stats on. So he's already seen some action. So like you say, he's caught a lot of games at this field during his Hastings career, and so I'm sure that's something that he certainly could do. It'd be interesting to see whether his head coach in college wants him to maybe not behind the plate, but maybe play at first base or play an outfield spot if needed, particularly outfield when you've got just three outfielders officially on the roster now. There's a lot of versatility in terms of guys who are listed as infielders who could play outfield as well. A guy like Matt Lemke, who started on the infield last night and is going to be the starting right fielder today. So I think you're going to have the opportunity to get those guys to the lineup, and could be a matter of who's hot. If you get a guy who starts to find a way to get some hits, they may earn a spot at the DH, or, we got to find a place to put him in the field if he's swinging a hot bat at this time.
Jacob Watson's another one comes to mind. Haven't listed as a pitcher, but he played a lot of first base this year, came in the game last night. I think he got a hit, and very, very comfortable playing first base as well. He was one of those players in college this past year that played first and pitched, so they have no problem using him if they need him that way. Obviously, always good to have plenty of arms in the bullpen, but in a pinch, he's a good guy as well. He can come in and swing a good bat. He had a good batting average this year, so it's nice to have guys like that. I'd like to thank our sponsors here for Sodbuster Baseball: Allo Communications, Big G Ace, Great Nutrition, Big Dalley's Deli, which I just had for supper tonight, right across the street here, Bullseye, Coach's Corner, CPI, Cooperative Producers, and Cornhusker Press, just to name a few. Thank you for sponsoring Sodbuster Baseball. We'll take a break, come back, and do some more pregame show. First pitch coming up here in about 6 minutes. This is Sodbuster Baseball live from Duncan Field. Appreciate you tuning in.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Nebraska Land Distributors. When you come to the ballpark, you can get a Coors Light, crisp, refreshing chill, keeping
Can you see that?
Nebraska chill.
Kind of. Do you want me to try to hit the brakes after innings?
Yeah.
Nebraska Land Distributors also
I brought a
features
mouse if you
White
want a mouse, but
Live
Okay.
your way. And a trip to the
So
ballpark wouldn't be complete without Line and
me get it
Kugel's
set up.
Summer
So I just
Shandy.
want basically
Refreshing
2 spots
beer
and a
with
bumper.
hint of lemon.
Okay.
Check out these great adult beverages
2 spots
on
bumper,
your next trip
2
to the
spots
Hastings
bumper,
Sodbusters,
2 spots
courtesy
bumper.
of Nebraska Land Distributors. Get the latest in
So
news,
we'll be ready to
sports,
go
and local
for
stories
Eagle
with the
next.
Hastings
Eagle
Yeah,
after.
I'm gonna remove
Are you gonna?
this.
You'll play a.
Provides
You're gonna play a
with
break for the
best
national
local
anthem?
content from the news you
Yeah.
need,
Okay.
to
We
amazing
wanna open this window or
photographic
not?
moments, to the
I don't care.
latest in
Okay.
Sodbuster baseball news.
We can open it.
Check out the
Now, is this
classifieds,
the coach?
browse the business
This is the
directory,
coach
and
mic?
more.
The mics are hot
Hastings
again?
Tribune.
How are
Always
they
a good
mics hot?
read.
I don't understand.
Pick up the latest issue or subscribe today. Both print
I don't
and
understand how.
e-editions are available. HastingsTribune.com. The Hastings Tribune, a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Yeah, I don't understand. All right, so here we are,
Eagle
Sodbuster
Distributing and Budweiser
Baseball.
are proud to be sponsoring the Hastings Sodbusters.
Hold on a second there. Sorry, a lot of buttons going on here, opening windows. We're going to have the national anthem coming up. Hey, that's a big guy throwing the first pitch. Who's that guy?
I'm not sure.
All right.
And we do apologize. Early in the year, second home game, and we're still trying to figure out some technical stuff. Thankfully, we haven't had profanity yet, but there is.
That's actually what I told Brian Frew. He texted me about it, and he's like, it's no big deal. And I said, well, luckily we didn't drop an F-bomb or a bad word, so.
We didn't say F-bomb through, so. But I think it's. Yeah, hopefully, we'll figure this out, and so our mute button does not mute. So that's just our situation at this point.
This is a Aurora student, and I, for the life of me, can't remember his name, but here we go. He's going to do the national anthem.
The national anthem is brought to you by One Great Nutrition and Bo Huffman, a Navy veteran. He and his shop are the exclusive nutritional supplement providers for the 2022 Hastings Sodbusters. One Great Nutrition is located just down the street on the corner of A and Burlington. Open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Stop in and see what they can do for you. Tonight, our anthem will be performed by Xander Stromer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's play ball.
These things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic. Start feeling better now. The Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place.
All right, and welcome back, everybody, as we're set for Sodbuster Baseball. Josh Salmon, Steve Stein with you. Trayton Scully doing his warm-up pitches. Busters in their gold jerseys tonight with the white pants and the green pinstripes. Sasquatch wearing the black jerseys tonight with white pants. And they're what we call Carolina blue emblem on the front and with the numbers on the back. They have good-looking uniforms. I like them. All right, they're not the orange that Fremont has,
hey,
which
to
is
each their own.
Which is like
got different colors.
the construction orange, but there we go.
I love the blue jerseys last night, though. That was I think those were my favorite out of the first two. For Spearfish.
I do like those. Those are pretty cool. Well, thank all of our sponsors, of course. Let's get you a few more here as we wait for the batters to come up. Rivals Sports Bar and Grill, always a great place to hang out. Runza of Hastings, Sam's Club, thank you very much. Oaks and Steiner and Pepsi Cola of Hastings, which is just down the road here.
And what are you going to get from Trayton Scully? You're going to get a guy who is going to get out there like a bulldog. He really battles. He'll eat a lot of innings. He made 11 appearances last summer, started 10 games, had a 5.81 ERA, went 3-4 in the spring. Kind of similar numbers for York College, 5-7, a 5.51 ERA through 78 innings in the spring.
Wow.
For York. So a guy who's going to come out there and likely going to get you 5 or 6. And they may score a few runs against him, but he's going to keep at it. And great to have Trayton Scully back as he product for the Hastings Sodbusters. Here is Josh Salmon with the first pitch.
All right, thank you very much. Leading things off here for Spearfish is McHenry. It'll be McHenry, Bachman, and Springer. McHenry, the shortstop. Good hands out there. Just made an error last night, but you look past that, and things should be pretty good. McHenry. The shortstop hails, first name is Johnny, hails from Sparks, Nevada. That one has a little spark into center field, but right into the glove of the center fielder, Quigley, for the first out. Nice play out there by Quigley.
Dallin Quigley coming in and making a nice play. And much like last night, one pitch, one out. Got to love that if you're Trayton Scully. And the Sodbusters have shown good defense in the early part of the season.
So coming up here will be a right-handed batter this time, be Ryan Bachman. Bachman, the DH, saw him play in the field last night. One down here, no score, just getting underway. Bachman was the second baseman last night for Spearfish. Trayton Scully gets the sign from his catcher, Sam Adams. Kicks and delivers. It's a little chopper back to Scully. Takes it on a hop over to first base. Quickly 2 down here for Spearfish in the first.
Hallelujah for that. I was talking to Brian Frew before the game, and he thought if nothing else, hopefully the game will be played a little more crisply. And knock on wood, a good start here for the Hastings Sodbusters as Scully puts it in the strike zone. Spearfish puts it in play, and Sodbuster defense handles the rest.
Gabe Springer coming up. Springer batting .250 on the season, 4 RBIs, 6 runs scored. Has struck out 10 times, though, in 24 bats. First pitch outside by Scully to Springer. Springer, right fielder tonight. Saw him play at third base yesterday. Left-handed batter, a couple lefties against the right-handed Trayton Scully early here for Spearfish. That one, slider misses inside from Scully. Scully goes to York College. Great to have him back. One of the guys returning this year. And, of course, from Lincoln, Nebraska. The right-hander kicks and delivers. Pitch on the way. That one is low, and it's quickly 3-0. So we saw this problem last night with Schroeder as well. You get first 2 outs, and you have a hard time getting that third out. Sometimes it's just hard to complete it. And a 4-pitch walk to Springer. First walk of the evening given up, and the 2 outs. Springer is on base. That brings up Carson Green, the center fielder. Didn't see Green in last night's action. Green from Montana State, Billings. He's a junior there. He's from Kennewick, Washington. You know any idea where that is? You know stuff about Washington.
Yes, if I had to live in Washington, I would live in Kennewick, Washington.
Really?
Yes, it is a gorgeous place right on the Columbia River. It is really neat. It's kind of, you don't think of Washington having the desert, but it's in the desert part of Washington State near Spokane.
Okay. I figured you would know. My kid had to do a project a couple years ago on Washington. I'm like, Steve's your man.
Eldest brother lived out there most of his adult life, but I had a chance to go out and visit Kennewick when the Nebraska Danger were in existence.
Very cool. 0-1, runner goes, and not being able to make the throw is Sam Adams as he drops the ball. So stolen base there for Springer. Clean steal on that one.
Hopefully Scully can battle back and get this third out here, and Spearfish a chance to steal a run here to begin the game. Saw a lot of offense, nickel and diamond early in that game, as the first 8 at-bats all produced runs for the respective teams in last night's game.
And the pitch outside. So the count is 2 balls and a strike. Trayton Scully got the first 2 batters, got McHenry to fly out to center, Bachman to ground out to himself, and then walked Springer. Springer stole second. That's where we're at. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. No score here in the top of the first. That one nubbed off. Good pitch there by Trayton Scully. And we'll do 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces are wild on the board there. Beautiful night for baseball here in Hastings. Wind's blowing a little bit from left to right, which it usually does this time of night. I don't see any clouds at all. Blue skies. You got Elton's Automotive to the left. Big Dolly's Deli, right center field. Love Duncan Field. The brick wall, 408 to dead center. Outfield playing about halfway. That pitch upstairs. He almost went for it. Carson Green. See if he goes back up there again. It's 3 and 2 though, so now you got to be careful. Got to throw him something. Andrew Johnson, the catcher, on the on-deck circle. Leading off at second base is Springer. No score, top 1. Trayton Scully's pitch on the way. Runner goes. That one hit too short. It is going to be Harper over to first, and they get him on one motion there. He makes it look so easy, does Aaron Harper. So down goes Spearfish. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base at the end of a half inning. This is Sodbuster Baseball. There is no score. Busters coming up here in the bottom of the first. We'll be right back. Oh, I turned it down, sorry. Came unplugged.
Exceptional. That's the Allo promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say Allo. So don't settle for mediocre, settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Trayton Scully gave up the 1 walk, but a very good first inning, and he managed to be.
He makes Trayton Scully look like he has short hair.
He does.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of moss coming out of the hat there. Plenty of chances for you to come on out and see the Busters this weekend. And then tomorrow, 1 more game of Spearfish. And then the Nebraska Prospects, very excited about that. The high school all-star type players all together. They have no home field. They're going to be playing all road games this year. They come Friday, Saturday, Sunday here to Duncan Field. Leading things off is Dallin Quigley. I was thinking of the movie Quigley Down Under, if you've seen that one or not. But
you are the only person that's probably thinking of that movie.
That is a really bad reference, and he was not born when that movie came out. 0 for 5 last night with a walk, 2 strikeouts, 2 runs scored, though, however, for Quigley.
Yeah, and the 0 for 5 really doesn't tell the story. I mean, he put the ball in play, stole the base or 2, put pressure on the defense. Really, it was not an 0 for 5 style of game.
No, Yeah, you see 0 for 5. He reached on an error at one point just because speed will do that. So that's the kind of thing we have is those fast guys. We'd love to have them for the Sodbusters leading off the inning. The 0-2 down the third base line. That one is just foul. On top of it is Palomino. So we'll do the 0-2 again here. Dallin Quigley. Love to watch this kid run. Very, very quick. Very fleet-footed from Lubbock, Texas. Goes to Paris Junior College. That pitch outside and high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It'll be Quigley, Harper, Matson do it for the Busters here in the bottom of the first against Hedke. Drew Hedke. Righty versus righty matchup. Pitch on the way. That one fouled off. Just getting a piece of it, staying alive. I thought he was going to be late on that swing. He was late, but not late enough to swing and miss. So just keeping it alive there is Quigley. A lot of guys from Texas here. We talked about that last night on the Sodbuster team. Nothing wrong with that. Good talent down there, and a lot. That's from Luke Base from. That one right up the middle for a base hit. First runner of the night for the Busters is on, and it's the leadoff guy. That's the way you want to start off an inning and a game.
And look out for Quigley, and they may turn him loose right away. See if he can get into scoring position. Test the new catcher, if you will, Andrew Johnson behind the plate today with Davis Carr playing first base. So we'll see if they give Quigley very aggressive base running last night with that third base coach, Chris Ceballos. We'll see what the Sodbusters elect to do.
Quigley has 3 stolen bases on the year, does lead the team. Good lead over at first, being held on by Carr. Doesn't go on the first pitch. First pitch in there, 4 strike, taking all the way is Aaron Harper. Harper, our pregame interview, nice young man. He's very happy to do the interview, even though he was eating at the time. So Harper gets a sign from Chris Ceballos over at third base. Quigley looks at him as well. Ceballos standing more towards left field. He's about 2 feet from where the turf meets the grass. Quigley not going. Big lead, though, at the chopper down third base, but it is going to be foul. And it'll be 0-2. So Hedke getting ahead of the first 2 batters, but giving up the single to Quigley.
It was a great at-bat for Quigley. Fought off a couple of 2-strike pitches and able to work his way for a single, put it right back up the middle.
All the ambiance of Duncan Field is you get the trains going by. That's just part of it. Adds to the nostalgia, if you will, of the game. It's not the best for broadcasters, but that's okay. We'll take it. Could be worse, right? Pitch coming up here. No balls, 2 strikes. Let's see if they send him. No, they don't. That one right back up the middle. It's off the pitcher's foot. No chance of getting Quigley at second. They do throw to first. They go to get Harper, and it comes out of Carr's glove. What a weird play. Right off the right foot of the pitcher, Hedke, to the shortstop. McHenry makes a great throw over there, and Carr just can't squeeze it.
So Sodbusters, early opportunity here. They'll have runners at first and second, nobody out. And now you also think about Drew Hedke. Is he okay? Does not even ask for a coach to come out, as he is just going right back to the top of the hill here for the Spearfish Sasquatch.
So it brings up Trevor Matson. Got his first hit last night as a Sodbuster. Just had the 1 hit. Well, you know there will be many of those more coming, as he led the team in almost every category last year offensively, including hit by pitches. He does crowd the plate. He's the Anthony Rizzo of the team.
Do give an error to Davis Carr, so it's an E3 and the first error of the day, and I'm sure Spearfish's head coach thinks, oh no, here we go again.
6 errors last night, and Coach Gardner's thinking, again, 0-2 here for Hedke. He's been ahead of all 3 batters, doing a good job of getting ahead of him. Just can't get the pitch he needs to get him. And the last pitch wasn't bad. It was just a bad throw or a bad catch on Carr's part, or lack thereof. Here's the 0-2. That one gets away from the catcher. Johnson gives it chase all the way to the dugout, so runners will advance to second and third. A free gift there from Sasquatch, again hurting themselves early.
Yeah, they very easily could have had a double play. If that ball was cleanly up the middle, it certainly looked like that their shortstop, Johnny McHenry, was going to get there. It may have been a relatively easy 6-3 twin killing. It turns out first and second, nobody out. Now there's second and third, and nobody out here in the bottom of the first.
Good RBI guy here in Trevor Matson. He loves it when they're in scoring position. Big gap in left center field as they're playing him very deep in left. A little more shallow in center and even less shallow in right. Not a opposite field hitter is Trevor Matson. He can if he needs to, but He pretty much hits it right center to left down the line. That one is perfectly out there in the gap, as I called it, left field. They're playing deep. That's going to score both runs. Quigley comes around. Harper comes around. Busters up 2-0. 2 RBI single for Trevor Metzen, T-Dog. I haven't had a chance to ask him
Did you
yet.
add? Okay, I don't know if he's T-Dog, but he gets the job done. And
right.
I don't think he's done anything wrong since you've called him T-Dog. He reached
I'm
and,
telling you.
and he went on to third. He singled after that, so yeah, maybe he is T-Dog.
He might be T-Dog. Whatever works, and I'm sure he'll go with it. Bringing up fourth place hitter, this is Blake Scott. Scott getting a start at first base tonight. Hails from Oklahoma. Goes to Northern Oklahoma. Any mascots for them?
Yes, got it. Here, just you go ahead and call the game. I'll be ready.
All right. I know you're ready for mascots. He's our mascot man. So runner on first, Trevor Matson. 2-0 Busters. As Hedke really hasn't pitched that bad a game. He gave up the one single, then the error. The wild pitch got the runners moved over, and then just the wrong pitch there on a 1-2 count to Trevor Matson. He smacked him to left field.
And see, you got to be careful because there are two Northern Oklahoma community colleges there in the same system. This is Northern Oklahoma Enid. They are the Jets.
Oh, wow.
Okay, all right.
Enid and the Jets. Here we go. Slider misses inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. I think it's Benny and the Jets, isn't the song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had a good spring. 324 home runs, 39 RBIs for the Jets.
Wow. Good deal. And that one in there for a delayed strike. I was like, that looked pretty good from up here. I'm almost directly behind home plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs, 2-0 Sodbusters here at bottom of the first. And you got to, if you're like Luke Bay, you got to like taking the lead early, as Sasquatch got the lead yesterday early. Shadows creeping up on the batter's box here on the right side to the left-handed batters. Left-handed batting Scott versus right-handed Drew Hedke. Pitcher's on the way. That one inside-out swing right past third base. Nice piece of hitting there. Matson getting the stop sign at second. He has given it all into third. Chris Sabalos is holding his hand up as Matson's rounding second. T-Dog has got his head down, and he is just running to third. Everything he had, he was giving to that. Sabalos is smiling. Look at him. He's laughing right now. Coach Sabalos over at third. He's like, hey, I told you to stop. Matson's like, I saw you.
And Blake Scott, man, he has torn it up since he has started this season. 2 hits in the first game of the series at Casper, 3 hits in the second game. Had a hit on Sunday, gets yesterday off, and opens today with a single. And the Sodbusters are cooking early, 2-0, and looking for more.
3 singles, 2 runs in this inning. Brings up Fred Bone. We saw him come in as an offensive and defensive replacement last night. Played about 3 or 4 innings there. Bone, one of the catchers. He is the DH tonight. First pitch up high to him, 1-0 to Fred Bone.
Had a hit in 2 at-bats yesterday. The signee for the University of Kansas.
Yeah, it'd be a good thing for him. Went to Red Mountain High School. Fred Bone, that's a cool name. I like it. Runners on the corners here for the Busters. 3 hits this inning. They lead 2-0 bottom of the first. Hedke struggling to get any outs. Pitcher takes a deep breath, comes set, throws. That one down the first base line and foul. What a great piece of hitting that was by Scott. He's a left-handed batter. Took his hands, dropped him in, slapped it down the third base line, right past the third baseman, Palomino, to get Madsen over to third. So that's great hitting there. You like to see guys go opposite field. So the 2 balls, 1 strike count here. 2 Bone. Sam Adams due up next. Setting them up on the inside. Let's see if that's where they go. No, they go outside. So he missed his spot. That one fouled off to the parking lot to our right.
It's another great thing about summer ball. You've got bitter rivals coming together and playing. I mean, a KU recruit playing for a K-State coach. And, of course, last year you had a KU and a K-State coach working together. So it's really cool, this summer ball where you get guys coming together for a common goal.
You let the bygones be bygones.
Yep.
2 balls, 2 strikes. That one fouled back. We'll do it again as Fred didn't like his swing on that one. Kid gets the ball as it comes up under the net somehow. So Trevor Matson stands on third. Blake Scott on first. 2 runs in this inning. And Quigley and Harper, Harper. Still no outs. Quigley led off with a single. Harper reached on error. Matson singled. Scott singled. That one fell off again. Good job staying alive here. Using a lot of pitches, getting the pitch count up here against Hedke.
Bone, much like Dallin Quigley, who began the inning fouling off some two-strike pitches, ended up working his way for a single. And you look at it, and Hedke's got to be wondering what he can do to get one by the Sodbusters. He has had 2 strikes on every batter so far and has not gotten out.
Here is the 2-2 pitch. Runner goes. That one chopped up the middle and mishandling it as the second baseman. If it wasn't for bad luck, they would have no luck at all. This defense for Spearfish. We talked about the turf. I don't know if it's just, again, if it's a turf, he took his eyes off the ball. The runner was going, so I think that distracted him. And I like the call there by Chris Sabalos sending the runner because it worked. They distracted him. The run scored. Moving over to first to Scott. That would be an error.
Yeah, I mean, I try to make the excuse about turf, but that was just, you can't have it any more in your glove than it was right there. It would have been a certain force play. I don't think they would have got a double play, but can't get that first out.
Sam Adams takes the first pitch down Main Street for a strike. Yeah, it came right. He was right over the bag. It came right to him. All he had to do was grab it, step on the bag to get the out. Could have been 2. Didn't get anything.
The only thing I can think, he was worried about keeping his foot on the bag because he was literally standing on the bag trying to field the ball and just missed it.
Hedke's pitch swung on and missed. Late on that one. And again, 0-2. Hedke's up on the batter. He's had no problem going 0-2. It's just the pitch after that, finishing off the deal. Still no outs. 3 runs in here for the Busters. Quigley, Harper, Matson have all scored. Blake Scott standing on second. You have Fred Bone standing on first. That one fouled off. And again, it's 0-2.
And you love the way that this Sodbuster team is drawing contact. They're able to foul off pitches. Haven't let one get by yet for a strike 3. And a good job there for Adams as he fouls off a 2-strike pitch to make Hedke throw another one.
Hedke has pitched once before this season, 6 innings. He gave up 7 runs in those 6 innings. That one gets away from the catchers, so runners will advance another 90 feet, making them on first and second. He pitched, got the start, gave up 10 hits, 7 runs, all earned, walked nobody, struck out only 3, 10.50 ERA coming into this game.
And it'll be an early visit to the mound for Shane Gardner, who probably thinks, oh my goodness, could this go any worse, as his starting pitcher today has not retired a batter. It was a really gutsy effort for their starter yesterday. Betancourt to work 3 innings. It felt like a lot more. He threw a lot of pitches, but he was able to work into the 4th. Then they had Van Horn come in, work a couple innings. He ended up taking the loss. Hostetler ate up 3 innings for them. But, again, early in the season, you don't want to use a lot of arms here because there aren't many off days. And this squad from Spearfish, they don't want to have to go to the bullpen in the first, but they have not gotten an out. And you wonder the mindset right now, Drew Hedke, with the way things have gone, getting 2 strikes on everybody, a couple of booted balls behind him. He could very easily be out of this inning. Instead, nobody out. And the Sodbusters looking for a huge inning here in the first.
They do have some innings from the guys last night. They had 3 pitchers, but nobody pitched more than 3 innings. So Betancourt started the game last night. Van Horn came in, and then Hostetler. So they've got Van Horn and Hostetler. They can do an inning or 2. But, yeah, this is the first inning, and your guy's struggling. You've made a mound visit. That's not a good thing. Runners on second and third. 3-0 here for the Sodbusters in the gold jerseys tonight. Love the gold. Hedke getting the sign. Wants a new one from his catcher, Johnson. Checks runners at second and third. The 1-2 pitch. That one slapped into right field. Right fielder on top of it. That should be deep enough to tag, and it will be for both runners to advance. 4-0 Sodbusters on the fly by Sam Adams.
So sacrifice for Sam as he gets the RBI. Blake Scott comes in to score. Fred Bone, good base running as he advances on to third. That throw from the right fielder, Gabe Springer, came to third, but a good job for Bone to hustle down, not take that for granted that the throw was going to go home. And now Matt Lemke tries to keep it going. 7th man to bat in the order for the Sodbusters. That was just the first out.
Lemke started the game at second base yesterday, and then with the injury to Duddleson, they moved him to right field. That's where he's starting tonight. Straight up and down batting stance. That one just misses a little low. Hedke wanted it, thought it was there. 1 ball, no strike. 4 runs in on 3 hits for the Busters. That's always a good equation. Runner stands on third, just the 1 out. Hedke kicks and delivers, righty versus righty. Down a little too far outside, now it's 2-0.
The first time that we've seen Hedke get behind anybody. He's been jumping in front of every batter so far, but could feel a little fatigue after having to throw a lot of extra pitches here in the bottom of the first.
2-0 pitch coming up from Hedke. He's working quickly here. This one in there for a strike. Taking all the way is Matt Lemke. Trivia question for you, Steve. Who wore number 2 last year? Do you remember?
I wanted to say the catcher from Concordia. No, it was
McGuigan. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, was it McGuigan?
Yes,
Okay.
Yep, McGuigan.
Guigs. Yeah.
Enjoyed watching him play as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Busters up 4-0. 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors this inning. We saw 6 last night from the Sasquatch, not helping their cause here. Infield in on the left side, deep on the right side. That one popped up, trying to go oppo. And foul ground. Right fielder giving it chase, making the catch out there. That's a nice play by Springer. Chance for the runner to tag. Here he comes, play at the plate, and he is going to be out. That's a really good play by Springer. Taken off late, perhaps, was the runner, Sam Adams. Or, excuse me, was Fred Bone. And that was a really good play by Springer. He lost his hat. He caught the ball on foul ground. It was shallow, made the throw, and they got him by about a step, gunning him out to get out of the inning. So it's a weird double play, but they'll take the double play any way they can get it. Buster scored 4 runs on 3 hits, leaving nobody on base. Also 2 errors in the inning. This is Sodbuster Baseball coming back. 2nd inning right here from Duncan Field.
Trucks and Bucks 2022. I'd be off-roading all the time through muddy riverbeds, across dusty prairies. I'd treat that truck like a tank. I'd be merciless.
Can I ride along?
Only if you wear shoe covers to protect the carpeting, promise not to eat or drink anything inside the cabin, polish the dashboard.
How many of those runs are earned?
None.
None?
And you can win one of 8 new trucks. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
Welcome back to Sodbuster Baseball. Josh Salmon along with you. Steve Stein. Caden Kirkak running the cameras to the right. Watching on YouTube. We appreciate you guys leaving comments and saying hi on YouTube. Caden's checking those for us. That's more his bag here as we got 2 old guys broadcasting. We'll let the young guy handle the social media stuff.
Yeah, that intranet is just a mystery to me.
Them there internet. Back in my day. So coming up here for Sasquatch after the very long first inning.
You mean you can send us a letter electronically these days?
What happened to the ponies?
That's crazy.
I'm going to go take a nap. Andrew Johnson coming up. It'll be Johnson, Bordas, and Palmino. You got to have some fun. Busters up 4-0. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters here for the Sasquatch. Johnson behind the dish tonight. Where's the number 23? They have 3 catchers listed on their roster. Davis, who's at first base, Johnson, and then Biggerstaff we haven't seen yet. Johnson is 5'9", 195, goes to Trinity International. He's from Illinois. And first pitch misses for a ball from Trayton Scully. Scully gave up the 1 walk in the first inning, but that was it. Left the runner on base.
So Johnson basically switching spots with the starting catcher from yesterday, as he played first base in yesterday's contest.
Fouled straight back. He didn't like his swing. He's upset with himself as Johnson. 1 ball, 1 strike. So, coming out to the ballpark, remember there's some new menu items, some fried food, always good, cheap concessions here at Duncan Field. That one fouled back, 1 and 2.
We don't say cheap. It's marketing. It's affordable. It's affordable.
It's family affordable.
There you go. Yeah.
Cheap as the sound birds make. Baby chicks. Right? There we go. All right. The 1-2 coming up here from Trayton Scully. Getting the sign from Sam Adams, setting up on the outside part of the plate. And that one fouled straight back. Good job staying alive here by the batter. Catcher, Andrew Johnson. Throw coming back. So Buster scored 4 runs on 3 hits. 2 errors for Sasquatch in the first inning. Helped the cause. None of those runs earned either. Outfield playing about medium depth. Center fielder Quigley a little more towards right center. Big gap up the middle here. Scully gets the sign he likes, kicks in, delivers. Righty versus righty. That one inside corner, strike 3. That's a beautiful pitch. It looked like it was going to hit him, and then it just buckled right back over. Have a seat, pal.
First strikeout for Trayton Scully. Nice job for him. Not really a strikeout guy as much as some of the other guys we may see on this Sodbuster roster, but good to see him get that first can. A great start so far for Trayton Scully.
There's a Bailey Bordas. Bordas, yesterday's game, went 1 for 2. 2 runs scored. Had an RBI in the game. Struck out once, walked twice. That one fouled off. Appreciate you guys joining us. Wednesday night baseball from Duncan Field. Board is batting .077 on the season. That one hit deep to left center field. Left fielder moving his way over there. That is Gertis, and catches it in shallow left. It hung up there long enough for him to get it. He was playing kind of deep. I thought maybe it was going to fall, but Gertis got there to retire for the second out.
And again, Scully just peppering the strike zone, making Spearfish put it in play, and so far, so good. He's jumped ahead of most hitters today, just had that 2-out walk back in the first.
Ivan Palmino comes up, third baseman. I love that name, too, Palmino. It's a cool one. It's better than Salmon. What kind of name is that? Oh, wait, that's mine. Fouled straight back. Scully's going right after these guys. I like him. He says, hey, I'm going to put it up here, and if you can hit it, you hit it. And so far, he's had good success. He's kind of a trickster, too. I heard on the team last year. He likes to play some jokes on guys. That one into center field quickly on his horse. Sliding, makes the catch. What great defense. 2 defensive gems tonight we have seen from Quigley already. He is jazzed up, and why shouldn't he be? Sodbusters lead it 4-0 at the end of 1.5. We'll be right back. Bottom of the second inning coming up. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Get the latest in news, sports, and local interest stories with the Hastings Tribune. The Tribune's award-winning staff provides you with the best in local content, from the news you need to amazing photographic moments to the latest in Sodbuster baseball news. Check out the classifieds, browse the business directory, and more. The Hastings Tribune, always a good read. Pick up the latest issue or subscribe today. Both print and e-editions are available. HastingsTribune.com. The Hastings Tribune, a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Eagle Distributing and Budweiser are proud to be sponsoring the Hastings Sodbusters. Budweiser has been linked to organized baseball since 1980 with a continued commitment to celebrate America's favorite pastime. The Budweiser brand was introduced in 1876 using time-honored brewing methods such as beechwood aging, which provides unparalleled balance and character. Each batch of Budweiser stays true to the same family recipe used by 5 generations of Bush family brewmasters. We welcome you to enjoy a cold Budweiser while cheering on your favorite hometown team, the Hastings Sodbusters.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. Josh Salmon, Steve Stein along with you. 1-2-3 went the Sasquatch. That's not what you want if you're Coach Gardner. After giving up 4 runs, you want to get something going, but nothing doing there. Trayton Scully has found a zone, and with a 4-run cushion, the guy tends to pitch pretty well. Coming up for the Busters here in the bottom of the second, it'll be Gertis Tamia, and then back to top of the order with Quigley.
Yeah, couldn't have a much better start for the Sodbusters, getting a good 2 innings so far from Trayton Scully and taking advantage of the opportunities presented them in the first. We'll see if they can tack on some more.
Tyson Gertis, 1 of 3 last night, 2 walks, scored a run, had an RBI as well. So Gertis wears the number 9. I'll tell you that that was Carlson's number, Nick Carlson's number last year. I know I remember that, but I do. Pitch on the way from Headkey is right down Burlington Avenue for a strike. Gertis, Tamia, Quigley. Busters had 3 hits, 4 runs in the first inning. None of those runs earned. Some errors. Wild pitch. And again, ahead the batter, 0-2. He has no problem getting to this point, does Headkey. It's just finishing it off from here. He's working, seems to be a little bit more quickly. Ready comes set and delivers. That one inside out swing to right field. Another good piece of hitting there for a single. And again, the leadoff hitter's on here for the Busters, and Gertis just takes it where it was pitched and smacks it down the right field side.
Yep, the approach that the Sodbusters taking, just amazing. Get the 2 strikes, maybe shorten up the swing a little bit, give it what is taken, and so far, 4 hits the first time through the batting order. Still got the number 9 hitter to go.
Tegan Tommy, the second baseman, comes up. Tegan, right-handed batter. Runner standing on first is Gertis. And that one, they're going to check swing, and they did. Catcher wanted to check the swing. He checked with the home base umpire, who checked with the base umpire.
That's a good call. I think Tamia did offer at it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, but that's what you got to do if you're a catcher. If you don't ask, sometimes they're not going to tell you, unless it's blatantly obvious. Runner goes. Gertis throws high. He is in there for a stolen base. Again, the aggressive base running we talked about at the beginning of the game, and I like that kind of stuff You got to try to force errors and steal bases. 4 runs is not enough.
And Tammy had to be very careful there. He kind of went up after one high out of the zone, almost stepped in front of the catcher. If Johnson would have sold it and made some contact, he may have been able to draw an interference and get the out at second.
Not a broken record, but Hedke's up again 0-2 in the count. I think it's been all but one batter in this game so far. That one is 1-2 now. Tamiya goes to Washburn University, had 19 at-bats there this season. Batting .263. No homers, 1 triple, 4 RBIs, hit by a pitch. Until the infielder guy. The 1-2 coming up from Hedke. That one is high. Nice framing job by the catcher, but umpire not biting.
They are the Ichabods, by the way.
Wow, I didn't even have to ask you. The Ichabods. I like that.
And they were
no Wonder Boys, but
they were an NCAA regional team this year, so a really solid year for that team out of the capital city in the state of Kansas, Topeka.
2 balls, 2 strike count coming up here. Pitch on the way. That one down third base line. That's a fair ball. Fair by about 6 inches. They're waving the runner around. Here comes Gertis. Sands the helmet. Heading in second base is Tamiya. Busters up 5-0. Nice piece of hitting right down the line. These guys are just finding the holes tonight, and that is a beautiful swing by Tamiya.
First time through the batting order, and the Sodbusters have 5 successful hits. And now a chance to just keep on keeping on. They score 4 runs in the first, and the first 2 have reached here in inning number 2.
That run scoring is the first one actually charged to the pitcher. That's an earned run by Hedke. That thing was fair by about 6-8 inches maybe. Right down the line. Back to top of the order, Dallin Quigley, who got the whole thing started back in the first inning by reaching base. Very important for your leadoff hitter to get on. I remember when Casey Burnham played here, and every time he got on, it seemed like something good happened. When your leadoff hitter got on, it was a good inning. If he got out, then it wasn't much of an inning. It's just the way it goes. They kind of set the tone, and Brian Fruit and I have talked about that as well. Hedke taking a long time here with this batter. After working pretty quickly through the first couple guys. That one popped up. Shallow right field. First baseman goes out. Right fielder coming in. It is the right fielder making the catch out there. That is Springer. No chance for Tamiya to advance. 1 down.
And we will give kudos to Andy Chase, our statistician. The official scoring 3 earned runs so far of the runs at this point. So my fault. I think I told you incorrectly. So that run was the 3rd earned run. They did have 2 official earned runs of the 4 in the first.
All right. Thank you very much. Andy Chase, by the way, sits in the dugout. So sometimes he can confer with coaches or umpires. And he wears a uniform, too. So you think he's a player. He's a young guy. Brings up Aaron Harper. 2 hits for him last night. And I hope that I'm not pulling the Steve Stein jinx on him, where I interview him and he goes 0 for 4 the next day.
Yeah, or gets hurt.
Wasn't that happening to you a couple times last year?
Like every time I interviewed somebody, it was the guys that seemed to be coming out. Oh my Lord, there's Stein.
I'm gonna get the Steinism. Stein. Looks like he shattered his shillelagh there. Can get a new piece of lumber. Last year I got one of the broken bats. My wife hates that thing. It's in the house every time she comes in the room. She about pokes herself.
Yeah.
Sitting there beside the cabinet.
And what do you do with a broken bat?
I put it on top of my baseball room as a display thing.
But you didn't, right? It's just sitting and
it keeps falling off. So then when she goes to sit down or to grab something else,
so you need to secure it better then.
Yeah, I need to put something up there.
I kind of understand that. If you got a piece of shard there in your chair, I think kind of sends a message.
It's kind of funny.
Okay.
Of course, sleeping outside isn't funny, but never mind. No balls, 1 strike. Busters up 5-0. Runner standing on second base is Tamiya. Pitch on the way. That one hit to right center field for Aaron Harper. That is going to be falling in for a hit. Over the second baseman's head. Too shallow for the right field. There's runners on the corner, so the Salmon's curse is not in effect now as Harper gets on base after I interviewed him.
And he has been on twice already. Reached down there the first time, and after having a couple of big, hard extra base hits, the bloopest of bloop hits right there. As it's all going well for Aaron Harper, and it's all going well for the Sodbusters as they have 2 on, 1 out, 1 home here in the second, already on top, 5-0.
3 hits this inning brings up Trevor Madsen. Chance for some more ribbies. Madsen, runners on the corners for him. Trevor Madsen batting .500. 2 RBIs in the game already for him. Hedke steps off. Harper takes the lead off of first. You have Tammy over at third. First pitch in there for a strike. Blake Scott due up next. Busters with 6 hits in the ball game, 3 in each inning thus far. And that one in there too. That's a pretty good pitch. Not sure what Trevor's looking for.
He knew it too, as he saw it go by and then smacked his bat against the turf a couple of times, thinking, man, what was I looking for?
I think he thought it was going to break, and it never did. It was just a straight one. The 0-2 coming up here from Hedke. That one is hammered to left field. Back goes the left fielder, over his head, and one hops the wall. We saw him get it out of here last year. That one's not quite enough, but that's going to be a stand-up double for Trevor Matson. 370 to left field. That probably went about 367. That's how close it was to getting out of here. When he got up in the air, I thought this thing had a chance, but it didn't quite.
Tammy scores easily. Harper had to make sure that the left fielder who was twisting and turning, Trey Vorwald, didn't get there, and so he had Trevor Matson on his heels, and Matson able to get to second. Harper easily to third as the Sodbusters lead it 6-0 here in inning number 2.
It's the 7th hit of the game for the Busters, the first extra base hit, as Matson, T-Dog, stands on second base. Brings up Blake Scott. Scott with an RBI single back in the first. Runners on first and second. 6-0 Sodbusters. Still only 1 out here in the second inning. You want offense, you got offense. That one called for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Still no bodies moving in the bullpen over there. You know it's early. You hate to see guys, but yesterday nobody pitched more than 3 innings. We had a 3-inning, 2-inning, and 3-inning for Sasquatch.
And as you say that, a left-hander is warming for the Sasquatch.
Oh, they do have somebody over there. Sorry, he's right behind the slide. Our view is the kids' playground from here. So occasionally you see a head pop up, and Steve saw the head pop up. Swung on and missed on that one, and his first strikeout of the game thrown by Hedke, and there's 2 outs. Blake Scott goes down swinging.
Still a chance. Bones, if he can come through with a big 2-out hit, as Sodbusters look to add on to a 6-0 lead.
Fred Bone reached on an error by the second baseman first time up. Oh, he's got some Led Zeppelin walk-up music. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Hedke with 4 earned runs on the day, 4 of the 6. Giving up 7 hits. That one misses outside, 1-0. As we mentioned, he hasn't fallen behind too many batters in this game. In the count, he just can't finish off the 0-2 counts. This one is a 1-0 count. 2 runners on here. 2 runs in this inning for the Busters. They lead 6-0. Hickey checks his runners, not going anywhere. Comes set to the plate. Fastball fouled off by Fred Bone. Staying alive up there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sam Adams due up next. If Bone should reach, there is 2 outs in the inning. Curtis led off the inning with a single. Then Tamio with a single. Quigley flew out to right field. Harper with a single. Trevor Matson with a double. Blake Scott with a strikeout. That one chopped up the middle. It's going to be a tough play. Nobody can get to it into center field. 2 runs will score. Here comes T-Dog. Matson on his horse. He loves to run the bases like that. Everybody teases him about his size, but he moves good for a big guy. 2 more runs in. It is 8-0 Sodbusters on the 2-run single by Fred Bone.
And coming with 2 outs really makes it hurt for Spearfish. And back-to-back 4-run innings for the Sodbusters. They look to hit double figures. They have done that already in every win this, that 9-8 win, I guess, but they've been in double figures the majority of their games this season.
8-0, 8 runs on 8 hits. Brings up Sam Adams, who has Metallica walk-up music. I'm starting to like this walk-up music. That went in there for a strike. This is the 8th batter of the inning in Adams. Lemke due up next. He would be the 9th batter. Short lead over at first, not going anywhere is Fred Bone. Bigger secondary lead. He jogs back. And it is a 0-2 count. Hedke throws over to first just to keep him honest. Bone goes diving back. First throw over we've seen. A little better pickoff move than Betancourt last night. Betancourt's was pretty obvious and not great. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Pitch on the way. That one fouled off. We'll do it again at 0-2. Busters 4 last inning, 4 this inning. Still only 2 outs. There's big smiles on the guys' faces. Pitch coming up here from Hedke. And, ooh, that one's inside. Didn't look too bad, but maybe a little high. That was a similar pitch to what Scully froze a batter last inning. That one maybe a little bit higher. Outfield playing very shallow in right field is Springer. Green a little bit farther back in center, and deep in left is Vorwald. The 1-2 coming up from Hedke. Doesn't like the sign, wants a new one. Very short lead over at first for Bone, but being held on. Popped up. Right fielder is going to be underneath it. Springer does make the catch and retires the inning. But 8 men reach the plate, and 4 of them score on 5 hits this inning, and 1 runner left on base. It is 8-0 at the end of 2. Steve will have you in the 3rd inning. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field. Stick around. We're having a great game.
Life is busy. Between family events, the kids' activities, work, and driving here and there, who has time to wait in the checkout line? The new Sam's Club Scan and Go app lets you scan, pay, and head to the door. Or try curbside pickup. Just shop, park, and let them load it into your car. Curbside pickup for Plus members starts at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Get all the products you love at the prices you expect from Sam's Club and skip the lines. Sam's Club, making busy lives less stressful.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts?
Can we just
Graham
turn
Tire
the
Hastings has the quality
heat
products
off?
and great
Can we
service
just turn
you've
the
come to
system
expect from the
totally off?
Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed
Turn
up
it up,
and
make
right
it
back
cold.
on the road
I've got it
safely.
coming right down on
And
me.
you can trust that the job was done right.
This arm's hot,
That's
this
peace of
arm's
mind.
cold.
Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street.
If we could just have
open
nothing,
7:30
I'd be
to
fine with that.
5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
Welcome back. It's Duncan Field. Busters up 8-0 to have you here in the 3rd inning. Here's Steve Stein.
Thank you very much, Josh. Davis Carr, Trey Vorwald, and Johnny McHenry. 8-9-1. Got to get going against Trayton Scully. 2 solid innings for the York College product as he has thrown 22 pitches. He has allowed no runs on no hits. He's walked 1, struck out 1. Great start for one of the returnees for this Sodbuster squad. It's nice to have Trayton Scully back in the gold here in 2022. Scully will work to Davis Carr. Carr playing first base after he was the catcher yesterday, and he took a beating behind the plate. Also had to catch some 200 pitches yesterday thrown in that 12-7 loss. So getting the day off from catching his first base, right-handed hitter. Wants to lay down a bunt. It's a pretty good one on the 3rd base side, but it will stay foul. No balls, 1 strike on Davis Carr. You don't see a guy who catches try to bunt for a hit too much, but he's got some decent wheels, good all-around athlete, and he will retreat and try it again.
That's a great idea, and if he would have got it fair, he would have made it totally. Trevor Madsen was way back on the 3rd base side. That was a really good idea. He just didn't quite execute it right.
Davis Carr, right-handed hitter for the Spearfish Sasquatch, went 0 for 3 yesterday, did score a run, and takes this pitch right across for strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes, and for the most part, Scully has been peppering the zone. Again, coming into this inning, 22 pitches thrown, and about 2/3 of those strikes. Puts this pitch over the plate, and it's fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes. Still the count on Davis Carr. Carr for the Spearfish Sasquatch coming into today at 136. It's a team batting average of 192 for the year for Spearfish. They have struggled offensively, and the pitch fouled away once again. Went 1-5 in 2 3-game series against the Badlands Big Sticks, and then hit the road for Hastings. This 3-game series here did have a little bit of offense, but had some walks that they took advantage of. Had only 6 hits despite getting 7 runs. Ground ball left side. Madsen mishandles a little bit. Throws high but out. Good job there for the Sodbusters at both ends as Madsen hung with it. Threw it a little bit high, but it was brought in cleanly by Blake Scott. Came right down on the bag And there's one man out here in the third.
I like Sam Adams backing that up. Just in case it gets through, Adams, the catcher, was down there to back that up. No chance of advance, but Scott stretched out of his shoes and got it.
So Trey Vorwald coming to the plate now. A guy batting 0-9-1 for the year, 1 for 11. Does have a double for his only hit. Scully blows it by him for strike one. No balls, one strike to Trey Vorwald. Vorwald out of Lincoln College in Illinois. 0-1 delivery. This one lined back up the middle, and that's a base hit into center field. So the first hit for Spearfish, it comes with one man out here in the third, and the Sodbusters with an 8-0 lead, and that's okay if you're Skelly. Throw strikes, made him hit it, and that time Vorwald did a good job. Back to the top of the order for Johnny McHenry.
Nothing wrong with that. You just got to shake it off. Let them get their first hit. That's out of the way. Now you just focus on the rest of the batters and getting out. You got an 8-run cushion, so plenty of breathing room out there for Scully.
Johnny McHenry lined to center his first time up on an outstanding play from Dallin Quigley. Throw over to first and back in safely is Vorwald. Quigley flanked in the outfield by Tyson Gertis and Matt Lemke. The defense for the Sodbusters in the green here for Hastings out in the outfield. Pitches outside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Johnny McHenry. Infield at first base. Sodbusters play Blake Scott today. At second, it's Tegan Tamia. Quick throw over to first, and back in safely is Vorwald. Scully will keep you honest. He has a variety of moves over to first, and he's already sent Vorwald diving back in. 1 ball and no strikes the count on McHenry. Takes it outside for ball 2. 2-0 on Johnny McHenry. 8-0 as Sodbusters odds out. Trevor Matson playing third. Aaron Harper is the shortstop for the Hastings Sodbusters. That's your defense to go with Sam Adams behind the plate. 2-0, another quick throw over, and Vorwald is back in standing up this time.
Love to see the little leaguers on the third base side. They get to walk out with the players ahead of time.
4 runs in the first, 4 runs in the second for the Sodbusters. Scully brings the pitch over, and this one is popped up center field to his right a couple of steps. Dallin Quigley has it measured, tagging at first, but no chance for advancement on a strong throw in for the Sodbusters. Quigley, and Vorwald has to retreat. So 2 outs, 1 on for Ryan Buckman for the Spearfish Sasquatch.
I am really liking Quigley out there in center field. His defensive has impressed me. His bat impressed me. The way he carries himself, I like this player.
Ryan Buckman with 1 for 2. A couple of runs scored. Knocked in 1 yesterday for the Spearfish Sasquatch. Sodbusters won that game by a count of 12-7. Hastings going to Casper, winning that series 2-1, and then winning their home opener yesterday, trying to lock down the series today and looking for the sweep tomorrow. The pitch misses for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Ryan Buckman. Buckman out of Minnesota State Mankato. Rapid City, South Dakota, his hometown. You want to talk solid Legion baseball. Year in and year out, Rapid City plays some darn good baseball, and they're a regular competitor in the American Legion Regionals and have gotten to a few of the American Legion World Series down in North Carolina. 1 ball and no strikes the count. As Scully brings home the pitch, taken a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes on Ryan Bachman. Hastings 8, Spearfish 0. Hastings already trying to win more games against the Sasquatch than they did all of last season. They went 1-4 against Spearfish in a season-long 5-game series. Went 1-2 here, 0-2 up in Spearfish. This pitch sails inside. No chance for Bachman to get out of the way of that one. There will be runners at first and second with 2 outs. Best chance to score now for the Sasquatch. Their biggest threat is they'll bring to the plate their number 3 hitter, Gabe Springer.
That ball, one of the further hit balls by Sasquatch in this game, and it bounced off a guy. That went back to the pitcher, and the umpire jumped in between him and the pitcher and says, hey, let's get at first base. Obviously not intentional. Trayton would never do that. He's a good guy. He understands. He's upset with himself for doing that.
Gabe Springer, solid day yesterday as he steps to the plate, went 2 for 4 with a run scored. RBI chance here as they try to break into the scoring column. Just 1 hit so far for the Sasquatch, who play the top of the third. It's Hastings 8 and Spearfish nothing. Pitch is grounded to the left side. Shortstop's got it. Throws to second in time. Nifty play there. Aaron Harper over to Tegan Tamia. Nothing doing for Spearfish. No runs. 1 hit. 2 men left. We head to the bottom half of inning number 3. It is Hastings 8, Spearfish nothing, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
A lot. And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.com. Start feeling better now.
Nebraska Realty is a homegrown company that is deeply invested in the communities it serves. They are the largest independent real estate brokerage in the state with over 950 agents serving communities all across Nebraska. Nebraska Realty operates on the same principles and values as the people of this state: honesty, hard work, community, and people. They recently opened an office in Hastings and are excited to be part of the community and do their part in helping it thrive. See what Nebraska Realty can do for you at nebraskarealty.com.
At the bottom half of inning number 3, and there will be a new pitcher for the Spearfish Sasquatch as Cam Hoyland, who played in the field yesterday, gets an opportunity to pitch today. So Hoyland making his second appearance of the year. He pitched 2 innings earlier, allowed 5 runs, 4 of those earned on 5 hits. He walked 2, struck out 3, so he is in there for Drew Hedke. Hedke going the first 2 innings, allowing 8 runs, 6 of those earned, and he works to the Sodbuster bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. Lemke, Gertis, and Tamia coming up, and the first pitch from the left-hander misses. Ball 1, 1 ball, and no strike. So Cam Hoyland is now the pitcher for the Spearfish Sasquatch. Pitch swung on and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike on Matt Lemke, who flew out to right field as part of an inning-ending double play. It was actually in foul territory as he fouled out, and then they threw home, trying to score a runner from third, trying to get a sacrifice fly and a foul ball at a rare opportunity. Little looper toward the right side, well played by Davis Carr as he fields that cleanly. 2 pitches there and 1 man out as Lemke, a soft liner for the first out of inning number 3, 8-0 Sodbusters.
Lemke going to be seeing plenty of Luke Bay next year as he goes to Kansas State. 2 of them will be in the same dugout. Brings up Gertis.
As Tyson Gertis, the number 8 hitter, singled, stole the base, and scored a run his first time up. Batting in the number 8 spot, left fielder for the Sodbusters, and takes high for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Tyson Gertis, University of Nebraska Omaha product. Played in 18 games for the Mavericks. A Millard South High School grad. 1-0 delivery. This one is fisted into right field. Base hit. 2 for 2 for Tyson Gertis. So the Sodbusters will have 1 on and 1 out as they get the first hit off of the reliever, Cam Hoyland.
With Lemke getting out to lead off the inning, that's the first time the Busters have not had a leadoff hitter on in this game.
Matter of fact, they reached their first 5 in the first inning. 4 of those guys would score. The first 2 reached in the second inning. Both of those guys would come around to score. 4 runs in each of the first 2 frames. Is the bottom of the order, Tegan Tamia. He's got an extra base hit to his credit. Doubled down the left field line his first time up and takes upstairs for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Tegan Tamia. Solid middle infielder as well. Started at shortstop yesterday. Moved over to second base. And we expect to see him mainly at second during the summer season for the Sodbusters. Swings and fouls it away. Count 1 ball and 1 strike. You love this summer league, an opportunity for guys who maybe didn't get all the at-bats they wanted to in the spring to come on, work on some stuff. Had 19 at-bats for Washburn in the spring and a chance to basically play every day if he can keep producing for this Sodbuster team here in the summer to get ready to go for his next year at Washburn.
Yeah, he's got good hands out there as well as that one gets away from the catcher and the runner will advance.
Pitch bounces in the dirt, and really no chance there for the backstop, Andrew Johnson, to keep it in front, and that will allow Gertis to scoot on down to second base. A runner in scoring position. 2-1 the count on the number 9 hitter for the Hastings Sodbusters, Tegan Tamia.
He was 1 of 4 last night, scored a run, struck out, walked. He just scored 2 runs.
Hoyland, the left-hander, brings it in, and this pitch is fouled back to the press box and off of the press box. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tegan Tamiya. Tamiya was the number 9 hitter yesterday. She had a couple of RBIs to go along with those 2 runs scored for Hastings. Sodbusters pounded out 10 hits, took advantage of a bunch of errors for Spearfish, and Spearfish giving away 2 errors in the first inning. Swing and a miss here as Tamiya went after 1 out of the zone. It's the first strikeout for Cam Hoyland, and 2 outs in the inning, and back to the top of the order for Dallin Quigley for the Sodbusters. 8-0. Sodbusters on top, bottom half of inning number 3. 8 runs, 9 hits for Hastings. No runs, 1 hit for the Sasquatch from South Dakota.
Hoyland's strikeout is number 4 on the season he's thrown this year.
Pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Dallin Quigley. 1 for 2 on the day. Singled, scored the first Sodbuster run. Then he flew out to right in the second. Always good when your leadoff man is batting for the 3rd time in the 3rd inning. You're probably scoring quite a few runs when that happens.
Good situation.
Quigley takes outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Dallin Quigley from Paris Junior College, the Dragons. And what a spring they had. 24-12 in their conference, 39-17 overall. From Lubbock, Texas, he went to Monterey High School. And Quigley, a big part of that, 308, 23 RBIs, 41 runs scored, had 18 stolen bases in the spring. Bounces this one to the left side, could be trouble. Going to be fielded by the 3rd baseman, though. Throw to first is in time. On a bang-bang play. It's been a struggle for this Spearfish team defensively, but give it up for Ivan Palomino as he was able to gun down the speedy Dallin Quigley. And for the first time today, the Sodbusters are turned away. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we head to the 4th inning. It is 8-0 Hastings. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
The Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. Hastings is the birthplace of Kool-Aid. See the Kool-Aid exhibit at the
Umpire,
Hastings
what do you
Museum,
think?
along with many other exhibits and a planetarium. Enjoy the historic housing district, strolling through downtown parks, and beautiful shops. Whether you're visiting or you live here, the Adams County Visitors Bureau will help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau at visithastingsnebraska.com.
How do you remember things? Post-it note, string around your finger, smartphone reminder? Whatever you do, remember Nebraska Pick 3 2x2 and My Day. 3 great Nebraska Lottery Lotto games that are all $1 per play with drawings every day. Nebraska Pick 3 lets you choose your own bet type. 2x2 has a $22,000 top prize. And with My Day, you choose a 6-digit date. Must be 19, please play responsibly. Oh, got a reminder. Produced Nebraska Lottery commercial. I'm all over that.
This is Sodbuster Baseball as we enter the 4th inning. It's Steve Stein, it's Josh Salmon, and our producer is Caden Kierkak as he is handling the video today. We appreciate Caden and welcome him to the Sodbuster broadcast this year. And Spearfish will send its 4, 5, and 6 hitters up. Carson Green, Andrew Johnson, and Bailey Bordas. And Trayton Scully's been very good through the first 3 innings, allowing no runs on 1 hit. He struck out 1, walked 1, hit 1, basically making the guys put him in play. And Scully brings home the first pitch, and it swung on and missed. No balls, 1 strike on Carson Green, who grounded to the shortstop his first time up. Also, Sodbusters with great defense, a couple of good outfield plays. And the infield has been rock solid so far. Don't want to jinx them, but the defense has been good here on the home turf the first couple of days. And really, the first 2 games of the year, Sodbusters are good defensively. They did struggle in Game 3 of that series at Casper. Count is a balls, 2 strikes now on Carson Green, and the delivery taken upstairs as Green. It's a 1-2 count now on Green, the starting center fielder for the Spearfish Sasquatch. Green out of Montana State Billings, a junior. 1-2 delivery. Down low, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Carson Green. Green played center field yesterday, went 0 for 4, scored a run in that loss to the Hastings Sodbusters. 12-7, the final. The Hastings Sodbusters picking up the victory. Pitch swung on and missed. Half-hearted swing as Scully had Green totally out in front, and it will be the 2nd strikeout of the day for Trayton Scully.
Scully looked good on that one. He's really in a zone and finding his pitches, and I think 8-run cushion helps you, but he just seems to be locating his pitches very well.
Andrew Johnson comes to the plate now, struck out looking his first time up against Scully as Johnson stands in the right-handed box for Spearfish, decked out in their black jerseys today with the Carolina blue numbers. Pitch is taken for a strike, no balls, 1 strike, and so far Scully's been pretty good at getting strike 1, keeping the pitch count to a minimum. 36 pitches coming to this frame. You contrast that with Spearfish. Their starting pitcher threw 60 pitches the first 2 innings. Their pitchers so far have thrown 74 pitches through the first 3 frames, as 0-2 the count now on Andrew Johnson. 8-0 the score. Sodbusters on top there in the lead here in inning number 4 at Duncan Field. 0-2 delivery.
Still just the 1 hit for the Spearfish. That one came in the 3rd inning off of Vorwal's bat. So just a 1-hitter here for Scully. You got to be very impressed with his outing thus far if you're a Hastings fan.
0-2 pitch in the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Scully set to go again. Looks in at catcher Sam Adams, and the delivery just a little bit high. 2-2 the count on Johnson. As the Sodbusters defensive alignment, Blake Scott at first base, second base, it's Tegan Tammy at third, Trevor Matson, and Aaron Harper is the shortstop. Pitch is bounced to the right side. Tamia dives headlong, makes the stop, throw to first in time.
Wow.
The Sodbusters continue to flash the leather. Tegan Tamia take a bow.
Wow. That's just going to look like a ground out in the paper, but that was beautiful right there. To his left side, he had to hurry and throw it from his knees. Nice play.
Basically, he's a shortstop playing second. Like I said, I loved him at shortstop before he moved over to second, and he's got great range and makes a nice play there. And Bailey Bordist will bat for Spearfish. 2 up, 2 down for Spearfish in inning number 4. Sodbusters continue to lead at 8-0. First pitch swinging, pop up behind first base. And the first baseman will give way to the second baseman, and Tamia makes a nice little catch there as he called off his teammate Blake Scott. 3 up, 3 down for Spearfish. We head to the bottom half of inning number 4. It's Hastings 8, Spearfish 0, and this is Sodbuster Baseball.
Are you tired of lousy internet and faceless customer service? It's time to experience local, honest, hassle-free, and exceptional. That's the Allo promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say Allo. So don't settle for mediocre. Settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be, whatever the occasion. Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories. Pepsi Cola of Hastings, a proud sponsor of Hastings Sodbuster Baseball.
At the bottom of the 4th, great start for the Sodbusters today. They lead it 8-0. 2, 3, and 4 coming up against Cam Hoyland in his second inning of relief. He came in for the starter, Drew Hedke. Hedke going 2 innings, allowing 8 runs. 6 of those earned, allowed 8 hits, and struck out 1. And Hoyland, in his first inning, able to put a 0 on the board. Did allow a 1-out single, but able to get a strikeout and a ground out. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for Hastings here in the bottom half of inning number 4. It's Steve Stein, Josh Salmon, and Caden Kirkak. As we bring you Sodbuster Baseball, proud to do that for all the home games this year on YouTube. And we will see Aaron Harper step to the plate. Solid shortstop. Made his Sodbuster debut yesterday, and already a fan favorite if that's going to be any indication of how it's going to go for Harper, who went 2 for 3, a couple of extra base hits, 3 runs batted in, and a run scored yesterday. And he already has reached base twice today, 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored. First pitch to him is across for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike on Aaron Harper.
He's actually from Hemet, California. We have Helmet on the thing, but it's Hemet, California.
Okay.
I'm familiar with it. It's Riverside County, Southern Cal. Ooh, the bat hit the catcher's helmet.
Man, oh man, it's been a rough day for the catcher today and yesterday. As this time, it was the follow-through for Aaron Harper. It came and thankfully it hit the mask, but still, they'll give the catcher a few moments here As, man, the two catchers the last 2 days have just taken a beating. Andrew Johnson, he apparently seems to be no worse for wear, as Aaron Harper, you mentioned it. So, okay, so give me a little California background. So it's listed as helmet. Is that actually H-E-M-E-T, or is
Yes,
the L
H-E-M-E.
just... Okay,
Yeah,
so
the L's, there's no L.
There is no L.
It's Hemet,
okay, so it was just a typo. All right. I didn't know if the L was silent, so, the Californians are cool that do stuff like that and having silent L maybe, but no, it's Hemet. Okay.
Yeah. Yep, it is Hemet.
And he made a long road trip for his college experience as he plays for the Northern Illinois Huskies, a kinesiology major. And back to action here. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes on Harper. And good job for Andrew Johnson to hang in there, the catcher for this squad from Spearfish. 1-2 the count, the pitch. Fouled back to the screen. It remains 1-2 on Aaron Harper. It was a struggle this year for Northern Illinois. They went 14-40, 13-25 in the Mid-America Conference. Now, a very productive year for Harper. It went 272, 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, 31 runs in 50 games played. So he was a regular for that Division I program. And it's neat to have a guy with that kind of experience coming in. 'Cause, you see a lot of the guys maybe didn't have very many bats in spring. Here's a guy who is in mid-season form because he's been playing, and he showed it yesterday.
Yeah, definitely. He had the bats, and he's very familiar swinging the shillelagh.
And grounds this one back to the pitcher. It'll be underhanded over to first for the first out of the inning. Well played there by Hoyland. So after an extended at-bat there, Aaron Harper able to battle his way through a 6-pitch at-bat. It goes 1-3 on the putout, and that'll bring up Trevor Matson for the Hastings Sodbusters. 2 for 2, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored for the leader on this Hastings Sodbuster team. I really don't think there's any kind of doubt about that. I mean, from a position player standpoint, he's got the most experience and a guy who is going to probably be the heart and soul again of this team. Expect to see him in the 3-hole most of the summer. Probably play either third or first base, and he takes strike 1 here, Trevor Matson.
Well, and Scott and I talked about that in the Sodcast, but basically you're not only getting the player, he's just as good a person as he is a player, and that's what you want to bring back to Hastings.
And the 0-1 delivery, and this one is skied in the air to left center field, not as deep as last time. This is going to be playable, and making the grab there is Trey Vorwald. He sent Vorwald back to the wall the last time. Before earning a double this time. Vorwald moving to his left, making a play, and there are quickly 2 outs here in the 4th inning. 8-0 the score, Sodbusters on top. And that's certainly what Scott Galusha tries to do. Character first. You want to see some good baseball, but it doesn't want to have to worry about these guys on the road, and he wants good citizens first and foremost. As the pitch is in there for strike 1, no balls, 1 strike on Blake Scott. Scott 1 for 2 in the game, a single, a run scored in the first. He struck out in the second. We're now in the bottom of the 4th. Sodbusters in command as the pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cam Hoyland working quickly in his 2nd inning of relief and trying to put another 0 on the board and keep his team down by 8.
Wow, that curveball to begin this at bat, that was crazy. Nasty break.
Put a good off-speeder across on the outside corner there for strike 2. 1-2 the count on Blake Scott, standing in the left-handed box against the left-handed pitcher, and the pitch sails outside 2-2 on Blake Scott. Scott, out of Northern Oklahoma Enid College, 2-year program. They went 19-29 in the spring, and this pitch is fouled away. Remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Blake Scott had a good series at Casper. Went 2 for 5 with a run scored, 3 for 4 with an RBI and 3 runs scored, and that had another hit in the Sunday games. Sodbusters went 2-1 at Casper. Have won their first game at home against Spearfish and looking pretty good to make it 2 in a row. Pitch taken inside, almost got a piece of Blake Scott, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. When I first saw the name, I had to go back and look. It was Shane Scott, who was the Arkansas Tech pitcher from a year ago. And I thought, is that? But no, different guy, different name.
And Shane Scott was a pitcher, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And Blake Scott is an infielder, and Blake Scott has just had his 2nd hit of the day as he lines this one solidly into right field. So Blake Scott now 2 for 3, and Fred Bone will try to keep it going. 1 on, 2 outs. As the designated hitter for the Hastings Sodbusters is 1 for 2 with a 2-run single. Had a big hit to cap off that 4-run second with 2 outs to bring 2 home to put the capper on this 8-0 game to this point.
Three busters with double hits, 2 hits today. Madsen, Blake Scott, and Gertis with the other one, Tyson Gertis.
As the Hastings Sodbusters double figures in hits and were just in the fourth. They had 10 hits the entire game yesterday. Bouncing ball back up the middle. Second baseman's got it. Throws to the shortstop covering, and that ends the front. What's been a struggle defensively. Pretty good play there for Bailey Bordas as he dished it over to Johnny McHenry. That forces Blake Scott. Fred Bone grounds into the fielder's choice, and we will head to inning number 5. No runs on 1 hit, 1 man left. It's Hastings 8, Spearfish nothing. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Nebraska Land Distributors. When you come to the ballpark, you can get a Coors Light, crisp, refreshing chill, keeping Nebraska chill, and light beer from Miller. Light beer with more taste. Nebraska Land Distributors also features White Claw. Live your wave. And a trip to the ballpark wouldn't be complete without Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, refreshing beer with a hint of lemon. Check out these great adult beverages on your next trip to the Hastings Sodbusters, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributors. Get the latest in news, sports, and local interest stories with the Hastings Tribune. The Tribune's award-winning staff provides you with the best in local content, from the news you need to amazing photographic moments to the latest in Sodbuster baseball news. Check out the classifieds, browse the business directory, and more. The Hastings Tribune, always a good read. Pick up the latest issue or subscribe today. Both print and e-editions are available. HastingsTribune.com.
I'll take it and give it to you.
Hastings Tribune,
Got it?
a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
We head to inning number 5 as the Hastings Sodbusters firmly in command. In this one, they lead the Spearfish Sasquatch 8-0. And with our 5th inning, here is Josh Salmon.
All right, thank you, Steve. You didn't get much to call there, and that's sometimes a good thing, especially when your pitcher is cruising like Trayton Scully is. He has been putting on a clinic out here, pitching a good game. He's only struck out the 2 guys, but he's just finding his places, and the defense has been very solid behind him. A couple great catches from Quigley and the great plays at second base there by Tamia. So he will face 7, 8, 9 here. It'll be Palomino, Carr, and Vorwald due up for the Spearfish Sasquatch. Pitch misses outside for ball 1. Trayton Scully in his 5th inning of work. Cruising right along here. Much quicker game than last night's game.
Hallelujah.
Did
I say that out loud?
That was a long one. When they shut the lights off the second the last pitch happens, you know it's been a long night. Popped up to first base. Scott over there to make the catch. Blake grabs it about 2 feet from the fence, 3 feet maybe, and the first out.
Yeah, I thought maybe they were just running the lights on gasoline generator and think, man, we're shutting it down. You know, you got to
gas is $4.50 a gallon.
Yeah, so you got to shut that baby down in a hurry.
That's what we had to use our cell phones to get out of the booth here and down the stairs. It was lit once we got down past the bleachers, but a little scary there for a moment. We're okay. Davis Carr coming up, first baseman tonight, catcher last night, grounds at the 3rd. Madsen playing way in and played it perfectly. With throw over there, 1 pitch, 2 outs. That's the way it goes right now here in the 5th.
Gotta love that. Of course, Madsen playing in because he saw Davis Carr lay down a bunt the last time he was up. So he thought, well, maybe Carr would do it again. It was basically a swinging bunt there, and Madsen had to play perfectly.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot more third base at Gardner-Webb than first base, but very good on both corners. Brings up Trey Vorwald with a little Vanilla Ice walk-up music. And right now, the only thing on ice is the Spearfish offense, trailing 8-0. Only the 1 hit. Trying to get something going here is the 9th place hitter, Trey Vorwald. He's 0 for 1. Excuse me, no, he's 1 for 1. He has the only hit in the game for them. Popped up center field, though. And Quigley camps underneath it. A quick inning there. Top of the 5th, nothing doing here for Spearfish Sasquatch. We'll be back at the bottom of the 5th. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
Eagle Distributing and Budweiser are proud to be sponsoring the Hastings Sodbusters. Budweiser has been linked to organized baseball since 1980 with a continued commitment to celebrate America's favorite pastime. The Budweiser brand was introduced in 1876 using time-honored brewing methods such as
I didn't write
aging,
this one.
which provides unparalleled
They wrote
balance
this one.
and character. Each batch of Budweiser stays true to the same family recipe used by 5 generations of Bush family brewmasters. We welcome you to enjoy a cold Budweiser while cheering on your favorite hometown team, the Hastings Sodbusters.
Are you tired of lousy internet and faceless customer service? It's time to experience local, honest, hassle-free, and exceptional. That's the Allo promise. We not only provide crazy fast fiber internet, crystal clear TV, and dependable phone service, but we choose to become a part of the communities we serve and love when everyone calls or stops by our store to say "Allo." So don't settle for mediocre, settle for exceptional with Allo. Visit us at allofiber.com/local.
Welcome back to Duncan Field. 8-0 Sodbusters with the lead here. Bottom 5. Going to try to add some runs up here. Excuse me, bottom 6 is the inning.
No, it's 5th.
Oh, it is 5th. I'm sorry. What am I looking at here?
I don't know.
I need to flip my scoreboard over. There we go. Flip my scorecard over. I had custom scorecards made, and I can't even read my own custom scorecards. Is it trivia time?
I mean, it's going so fast today. I know you think, well, maybe it's the 6th already. I mean, we're already in the 5th.
There we go, bottom 5. I do 5, you do 6 and 7. That's the way it works. So leading things off here will be Adams. It'll be Adams, Lemke, Gertis. Still out there on the mound is Cam Hoyland's done a great job in relief here of Hedke, who all 8 runs were against him. Pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Here by Cam Hoyland. Hoyland, 18 ERA coming into this game. And it's 1-1 now. To Sam Adams. Adams the catcher tonight. That one upstairs. It's 2-1. Quickly works here Hoyland. So Hoyland came in relief of Hedke, who's had a rough night at the office. Hedke went 2 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, 6 of those earned, strikeout facing only 15 batters. In 2 innings, Holland has faced 8 batters, struck out 1, and zeros across the board except for 2 hits. 2 balls, 2 strike count coming up here to Sam Adams. That one high and outside. He goes 3-2. I like the discipline thus far that I've seen in the Sodbuster. You really haven't seen him swing at too many bad pitches in the last couple days, and that's a great thing when you're a coach. You don't want them hurting themselves. Last year we saw a lot of guys swinging at bad pitches and not making opportunities. That one was really close, but it goes for ball 4. Only the 2nd walk of the ball game. And first one given up here by the Spearfish.
And just that has made this game so much more entertaining. Yesterday it was just, walk parade for both pitchers. Now, I thought the strike zone was very fair yesterday, but guys just struggle with the zone. Very well pitched game to this point, despite an 8-0 game.
So Gertis grounds the second. They tag the runner. Are they going to call him out? Yeah, they're going to say he's out, and then the ball was dropped in the transfer. So the fielder's choice there for Lemke.
Good effort there for Bailey Bordas to make sure he got the out there. It goes 4 unassisted to retire Adams. Then he dropped the ball trying to throw out Lemke. Lemke reaches on the fielder's choice.
19 walks in yesterday's game between the 2 teams. Yes. That's a lot of walking.
It felt like more.
Even Nancy Sinatra didn't do that much walking. Tyson Gertis comes up. Gerson with 2 hits. Both singles. Tyson have a good night here. 3 guys with multi-hits in the game. Swings on now and fouls it off. Gertis batting .600. Now you say, wow. Well, he's only had 4 bats. But still, it's a good thing. 1 RBI in the season. Gertis, a left fielder. Saw him in left field again last night. He was one of only 2 guys that didn't change positions last night. Inside, delayed strike call there. No balls and 2 strikes here. Cam Hoyland working very effective out of the bullpen. Busters haven't been able to get anything going against him. 2 hits and a walk. That's about it so far. There's only 1 out, though, this inning. That one well outside, and laying off of it is Gertis.
Yesterday, we saw Fremont beat North Platte 14-11 in Independence League Baseball. Today, the Moo lead the Plainsmen 2-0 in the 3rd.
Pitch coming up here, the 1-2 from Hoyland. That's a bad swing. On that one, fools him, strikes out. He knows it. It was a breaking ball, and he wasn't sure what to do with it. Nice pitch there by Cam Hoyland for the 2nd out.
And Hoyland's done a nice job of settling this game down for Spearfish. I mean, they had given up 8 runs the first 2 innings with Drew Hedke around the zone, but the Sodbusters are just hitting him, and Hoyland trying to put up his 3rd 0.
Pitch inside here to Tegan Tamia. Tamia 1 of 2, a single. And RBI, also strikeouts. Runner on first base is Adams. There is 2 down. Busters up 8-0. That one hits a shortstop. Should be routine play. It does toss it over to second and retire the side. So no hits, no runs, no errors. 1 man left on base. At the end of 5, I'm correct this time, at the end of 5, it is Sodbuster Baseball leading 8-0. We'll be back in the 6th inning. This is Sodbuster Baseball from Duncan Field.
And sometimes things happen. A tweak, twist, pull, strain, ache, or pain. At Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care, their goal is to restore your mobility, keep you moving, and ensure your rehabilitation is effective, efficient, and stress-free. Do you suffer from headaches and neck pain, lower back or sciatica? Call Fisk Chiropractic and Sports Care today. Start to discover wellness through chiropractic care. Fisk Chiropractic Sports Clinic.
Is this you? Okay.
Start
I'll throw it to you.
better.
I think he had a
Realty
double
is
his
a
first
home
time up.
grown
He had a
company
double
that
his
is
first time up.
deeply
Remember when he
invested in the
slid in it? He had
communities
that.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
They are the largest independent real estate brokerage in the state with over 950 agents serving communities all across Nebraska.
That's right. It was right down the line.
Nebraska Realty operates on the same principles and values as the people of this state. Honesty, hard work, community, and people. They recently opened an office in Hastings and are excited to be part of the community and do their part in helping it thrive. See what Nebraska Realty can do for you at nebraskarealty.com.
Sodcast is the official Sodbusters podcast. Make sure and check it out on all major platforms. Brian Fu and myself are your hosts for the Sodcast. New episodes weekly. For the 6th inning, here is Steve Stein.
Well, you want to find a way to get yourself a complete game. How about a 5-pitch inning? That certainly can go a long way to that. Really, it's been an economical pitching performance for Trayton Scully, who has thrown just 51 pitches to get through the first 5 here today. And Hastings comfortably in front, 8-0. And Scully, guys, probably in mid-season form anyway, threw a bunch of pitches this past spring. And so, like I say, he's a guy geared to go a complete game, and so far so good as he works his way into the 6th inning here for the Hastings Sodbusters. Facing the top of the order for Spearfish as McHenry comes to the plate and takes ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Johnny McHenry. Is 0 for 2, lined out to center and flew out to center. So been a busy day for Dallin Quigley as he's retired Johnny McHenry twice. Pitch is on the outside corner for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Scully, he's thrown more balls than I thought. It feels like everything's been in the zone, but 32 strikes, 20 balls coming into this frame. 1-1 delivery, but he has walked 1, hit 1, struck out 2, and for the most part, Spearfish has put it in play. Haven't had many real strongly struck balls, and consequently, Scully has been able to put zeros on the board. 2-1 the count on McHenry, and the pitch. Line to center field, and no chance this time for Quigley. So 3 fly balls to center. This one will fall for a hit, and the second hit of the game for the Spearfish Sasquatch. It's 8-0. Sodbusters on top.
Yeah, the first hit coming back in the 3rd, and now it's been 3 innings. They finally get another hit. So Trayton Scully maybe getting a little fatigued, but still he's got an 8-run lead. He's still finding the strike zone. You're going to leave him out there as long as you can and rest your bullpen.
And like I said, his pitch count is not a concern at this point. He is just over 50 pitches. To put that in perspective, Drew Hedke, the starter for Spearfish, threw 60 pitches the first 2 innings.
Yikes.
Here's the pitch, and this one is at the letters for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike on Ryan Buckman. He's the DH, 0 for 2. Actually, 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up, was hit by a pitch his last time up, then erased on a fielder's choice grounder. So the leadoff man aboard for the Spearfish Sasquatch for the first time today. And time called by Bachman as he had something in his eye, and so he will get a moment to try to reset here. The Minnesota State Mankato freshman stepping into the right-handed box for Spearfish. Similar lineup to yesterday, most of the same batters. They moved a couple of positions around and had a couple of different guys. 0-1 delivery. Take it upstairs for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Their head coach is Shane Gardner, current coach at Trinity International. He's a former coach at Hiwassee Community College. Throw over to first and back in safely is Johnny McHenry. 8-0, Sodbusters on top. We play the visiting half of inning number 6 here at historic Duncan Field. Proud to bring you all of the Sodbusters via the internet. Pitch swung on and missed, went after one up in his eyes. And if you hear the crowd noise today, I love it. We've got the beer batter up right now. And if the batter strikes out, there's a beer special that goes on. If you're wondering why the big cheering goes, throw to first, and this will get by the first baseman as Blake Scott couldn't handle that one. A wild throw from Trayton Scully. That will allow McHenry to get into scoring position. First error of the series for the Hastings Sodbusters. That will put McHenry at second base. Count remains 1-2 on Ryan Bachman. The Sodbusters comfortably in front 8-0 as Scully, the right-hander, takes a look in at his catcher, Sam Adams.
Yeah, Sasquatch, I don't think they've even had a run on second base tonight, have they?
As they did have a couple of opportunities with runners in scoring position, as this pitch is hit high in the air, right field, and playable, as moving over toward the line is Matt Lemke, and tagging and moving to third will be McHenry. So it's a fly ball out to right. McHenry ends up at third, one out for Gabe Springer. Yeah, you saw Trey Vorwald advance to second base after a single. There was a hit batsman,
so
they
correct,
had runners at first and second back in the third inning. In inning number one, Gabe Springer walked and stole the base to get to second. This is the first batter to reach third for Spearfish, as they do have a runner at third with less than 2 outs, and Springer trying to deliver that guy. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the delivery. Taken high and outside for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes on Gabe Springer, looking to put Spearfish on the board. And Sam Adams needs to be a wall back there, and he pitched in the dirt. If it gets by, that would mean a run for the Sasquatch.
67 degrees at Duncan Field. Beautiful night for baseball.
Pitch high and away. 2 balls and no strikes on Gabe Springer. And this is where Spearfish was hoping to make some hay. They had the top of the order coming up. It has been an offensive struggle this year for Spearfish. Under 200 as a team for the season coming into today, and just 2 hits and no runs so far in this one. Bouncing ball, foul. 2 balls and a strike on Gabe Springer, who came in today. Gabe Springer with a batting average of .238. Spearfish, just 1 win on the year, 1-6. The Sodbusters looking for their 4th win in 5 games and trying to win their 2nd series already. They didn't have as many series wins at all last year as they scuffled below 500 virtually throughout the years. This pitch misses for ball 3, 3 balls and a strike, as Scully facing probably his biggest adversity of the day with a runner at third and less than 2 outs, and now down to the count 3-1 to the 3-hole hitter. Scully winds and delivers. Swing and a miss, 3-2. Took something off of that one. Springer couldn't make contact, and it's full count on Springer, the right fielder for Spearfish.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit of fatigue out there, just not because of pitch count, just because of the innings and that kind of thing. It looks like he's, taking some deep breaths and kind of moving his shoulder around a little bit. We don't know when the last time he pitched and how long that was, so.
3-2 delivery is on the way. Struck solidly, but foul up the right field line.
There's an interesting thing that Luke Bay does in the bullpen before a game. If you ever get a chance to go look at it, Steve, he puts a rope out, like a yellow string, and that's kind of the strike zone or where he wants his guys to throw. He puts it at a certain height, and he throws. And I don't know the whole science behind it, but you look over there early before a game, and he'll have his pitchers warming up with that string.
3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. A great job for Scully to come back and get Springer, and now Scully a chance to get out of this with no damage done. Knew the importance of that batter with a runner at third and less than 2 outs, and picks up his 3rd strikeout of the game. And 8-0 continues to be the score, and Carson Green will try to pick up his teammate as they try to deliver a 2-out hit in inning number 6. Sodbusters comfortably in front. Scully brings home the pitch. Bouncing ball back up the middle. Second baseman's got it. Tamia throws. Bouncer. Oh, not in time on a bang-bang play. Man, oh, man. First baseman thought that they had him. Blake Scott. Tamia did all he could as he fielded that one going back up the middle, but it's an infield single and an RBI for Carson Green.
Yeah, even Trayton Scully's shaking his head about 3 feet away from the umpire. He's like, really? You sure about that? He, along with all the other 200 umpires here in the blue chairs, didn't like the call.
8-1 the score. So it's nice though when you maybe feel like you didn't get the call, and that means you're still up by 7.
Sure.
That's,
yeah.
If you've got to have one that doesn't go your way, it's nice to have a little cushion. You're glad that's not the top of the 9th in a 1-run game.
Sure. Yep. Exactly.
Runner goes. The pitch is taken for a ball. Throw down to second base. in time. So a heck of a job there. Sam Adams with a good throw, Tamia with the tag, and that base runner is erased. But Spearfish does score. A run on 2 hits, nobody left. We head to the bottom half of inning number 6. It's Hastings 8, Spearfish 1. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Come on.
Sodbuster Baseball is sponsored by Nebraska Land Distributors. When you come to the ballpark, you can get a Coors Light, crisp, refreshing chill, keeping Nebraska chill, and light beer from
That was
Miller.
green that got thrown
Light
out.
Beer with more taste.
Yes.
Nebraska Land Distributors also features White Claw. Live your way. And a trip to the ballpark wouldn't be complete without Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy, refreshing beer with a hint of lemon. Check out these great adult beverages on your next trip to the Hastings Sodbusters, courtesy of Nebraska Land Distributors. Get the latest in news, sports, and local interest stories with the Hastings Tribune. The Tribune's award-winning staff provides you with the best in local content, from the news you need to amazing photographic moments to the latest in Sodbuster baseball news.
Awesome.
Check out the
This is fun.
classifieds, browse the business directory, and more. The Hastings Tribune, always a good
He's
read.
not here. He's
Pick
listening,
up the
so-
latest issue or subscribe today. Both print
We've got
and
it
e-editions
muted
are
here, and I
available.
guess the mute thing wasn't working yesterday.
HastingsTribune.com. The Hastings Tribune, a proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
No, nothing bad. We talked about the heater, I think, something else. He's been listening.
We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. The Hastings Sodbusters on top by a score of 8-1. 8 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Sodbuster, 1 run, and
Eagle
3
Distributing
hits,
and Budweiser are
2
proud to be
errors
sponsoring the Hastings
for
Sodbusters.
the
Budweiser has been linked
squad
to organized
from
baseball since
Spearfish,
1980.
as the Hastings Sodbusters going to be batting here with their top of the order coming up with Quigley, Harper, and Matson, as Cam Hoyland out for his 4th inning work. He's done a nice job for the Spearfish team, kind of settling the squad down after Drew Hedke gave up 8 runs the first 2 innings. Hoyland has put 3 zeros on the board, as we'll see Quigley, Harper, and Matson come up for the Hastings Sodbusters. Quigley singled his first time up. He's since flown out and grounded out. The Sodbusters looking for their 4th win in 5 games.
Quigley, if he gets on, always a stolen base threat. Stole 18 this year at Paris Junior College.
Bouncing ball back up the middle and into center field. And the Sodbusters get Quigley aboard for the 2nd time today, as Hastings trying to get that run back that they gave up. Had a shutout going heading into this frame. And Spearfish able to scratch one across. But Sodbusters have their leadoff man aboard in inning number 6.
3rd time the Sodbusters have had the leadoff hitter on base in the game.
I'll bring up Aaron Harper, and he's a home run shy of the cycle for the last 2 games. Double,
Wow.
triple yesterday, single today, now he needs a home run. So,
Have a better chance of getting in the park than out of the park here.
no kidding. Pitch is taken for a strike, no balls and 1 strike on Aaron Harper. Harper with a single. He's also reached on an error, and he's grounded out 1 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. Off-speed pitch is taken for a ball. We'll see if they turn Quigley loose. A 7-run game, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if they would even risk that. You don't want to see any kind of injury, but you also want to keep your offense going. Quigley a pretty decent lead. Left-hander. See if we get a look at his move as this pitch is popped up down the right field line. And this is going to fall untouched. It is a challenge running from the infield to the outfield as it slopes downward, and you saw the first baseman, Davis Carr, almost stumbled there. There's an art, a science, if you will, to run from the turf to the grass here at Duncan Field.
Yeah, it's raised up a little bit, and he would have had to make almost a Willie Mays-style catch on that one to get it. He didn't have a chance.
1 ball and 2 strikes. May have been a better opportunity for Gabe Springer coming in from right. Hard hit ball to the left side. It's into left field for a base hit. Shortstop thought he had it. Going first to third on the play is Quigley, and advancing to second base. It's a double for the Hastings Sodbusters. Great hustle out of the box for Aaron Harper, and the Sodbusters will have 2 on and nobody out with 3, 4, and 5 coming up.
Great aggressive base running. We talked about it in the pregame show. That's aggressive base running there. Not necessarily stealing bases, but going for 2. He thought 2 right out of the bag on that one. Got in there, great slide, made a high throw, turned a single into a double.
So Quigley, and he had no doubt, even though it was a line, or it was a shot to left field, he never stopped heading to second. And now Matson drills one to left field. Coming on and making the grab will be the left fielder. No chance to get Quigley. It's a sac fly, and that's just fundamental baseball. Taking the extra base when you got it, that pays off for a run for the Sodbusters. Solidly struck ball for Trevor Matson. He's got his 4th RBI of the day as Quigley scores. Harper stays at second, 1 on and 1 out, and the Sodbusters lead it by a score of 9-1.
Yeah, you just got to like this. It's just fundamental. You sacrifice yourself a hit to get an RBI, and Trevor would do that all day long.
So the Hastings Sodbusters now will send Blake Scott to the plate. Scott a single and a run scored his first time up. He also singled in the 4th. And the pitch is taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Cam Hoyland continues to work quickly and throwing strikes, but now the Sodbusters getting to him a little bit. Hoyland had put zeros on the board until this inning, but the top of the order, a single, a double, and a solidly struck sac fly as Hoyland brings the pitch home. It's in the dirt, and on to third base will go Aaron Harper. So a runner at third, less than 2 outs. We'll see what Blake Scott can get done. The count 1 ball and 1 strike on Scott.
Yeah, we talked about how well and how efficiently Cam Hoyland was pitching last inning, but wild pitch there. He's getting a little shook up here in this inning. Buster's able to put 1 more on the board. They hadn't scored since the 2nd inning. So nice to see another run up there. Always insurance runs at this league.
Hoyland, 49 pitches thrown as he gets set to throw pitch number 50 right here. Pitch swung on and missed at 1 out of the zone. It goes to 1-2 on Blake Scott.
Hoyland does have a good breaking ball. He's had that working very well since entering the game.
Scott's gotten off to a very good start in his summer campaign after a solid spring for Northern Oklahoma Enid. Pitch just misses. Spearfish probably wonders where, as that catcher's mitt didn't move much for Andrew Johnson. The count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Blake Scott. 1 home, runner at third for the Hastings Sodbusters as they own a 9-1 lead. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3, and if Scott didn't swing at the last one, you knew if it's close, he better swing. He did not, and he goes down for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, I think it was a good call. It looked like a strike to me on the outside corner. I mean, he's been calling those, and you got to swing at those, as you said, that close with that count, and he didn't.
I thought the home plate umpire was solid last night. I think it's been a good zone, a fair zone today, and this has been a fun baseball game. Very crisply played, not too many walks. Sodbusters in command, 9-1 with 2 outs, runner at third, and the pitch is bounced foul. Fred Bowen fouled it into himself, and it bounced away. No balls, 1 strike on the KU recruit, who is 1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs today. Had the big hit to put the finishing touches on that 4-run second as the Sodbusters scored 4 in the first, 4 in the second, added a run here in the 6th. 9-1 the score. Spearfish's only run came in the top half of this frame as Johnny McHenry came around to score on the infield single from Carson Green. Pitch is swung on and missed, and the count goes to no balls and 2 strikes. And with that throwing error for the Sodbusters to get the runner in scoring position, I think that's going to be an unearned run. We'll have to check the official Andy Chase stats on that. Pitch swung on and fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. So Trayton Scully, who's worked his way through the first 6 innings, standing to get the win if the Sodbusters can keep it going.
Still have no earned runs for him.
Yeah.
So Andy's on top of it.
Even though that's one of those scoring deals that you wonder if they should change that, because the error that allowed the run to score was the pitcher's error. So shouldn't it be an earned run since he was the guy that made it? That doesn't matter. Fred Bowen swings and misses at 1 out of the zone, so back-to-back strikeouts for Hoyland does a good job of minimizing the damage here after he gave up a single and a double. Sodbusters will settle for 1 on the sacrifice fly of Trevor Matson. And 6 in the books here at Duncan Field. Sodbusters 9, Spearfish 1. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Imagine visiting a place with historic housing districts, beautiful parks, and strolling through downtown shops. No, it isn't a fairy tale. It's Hastings, Nebraska. Hastings is the birthplace of Kool-Aid. You can see the Kool-Aid
never came up.
at the Hastings
He must be
Museum,
shorthanded.
along with many
That's
other
okay.
amazing attractions and a planetarium.
It's okay.
Visit the one and only Nebraska
he's
Bigfoot
busy. I
Crossroads
didn't mean
of
that
America
we
Museum
didn't want him. It's
Research
just the fact
Center.
that
It all
he's
starts
got
with
other
the
stuff
Adams
going on.
County Visitors Bureau. Start exploring at visithastings.nebraska.com. Experience Hastings with the Adams County Visitors Bureau.
If I won one of the 8 new trucks the Nebraska Lottery is giving away in Trucks and Bucks 2022, I'd be off-roading all the time through muddy riverbeds, across dusty prairies. I'd treat that truck like a tank. I'd be merciless.
Can I ride along?
Only if you wear shoe covers to protect the carpeting, promise not to eat or drink anything inside the cab, and polish the dashboard when you leave.
Trucks and Bucks is back, and you could win one of 8 new trucks. Top prize odds 1 in 336,000.
We bring you Sodbuster Baseball heading to the 7th inning. It's all Hastings. They lead it by a score of 9-1. 9 runs, 13 hits for Hastings, and Spearfish just 1 run on 2 hits on the day. For the Hastings Sodbusters, they have committed 1 error on the day, and the squad from Spearfish has 2 errors in the contest. So Hastings with the lead, and Trayton Scully out there to try to keep it going, working on a 3-hitter at this point, and still pitch count not much of a factor for him. Gotta like the way he has gone about things. Just 69 pitches thrown to retire the Spearfish Sasquatch through the first 6 innings of work.
There is somebody warming up in the Buster bullpen, but he has pitched a great game. And Scott never did get me those yellow shoes like he's wearing. I want some of those. I will wear them.
Pitches across for strike 1. Andrew Johnson, the batter. No balls and 1 strike on Andrew. He's 0 for 2. Struck out looking his first time up. Then he grounded out to second last time up. Bouncing ball left side. Nifty glove work for the shortstop, and the throw to first in plenty of time for Aaron Harper. Man, I like him at that shortstop position for the Hastings Sodbusters. A little different style of guy than we've seen play the position for the Hastings team over the last few years. Most of the time, it seems like it's been the little guys. But Aaron Harper, a little taller, more rangy, and he has looked really good in his times that we've seen him the first couple of days.
Riley Lang is warming up in the bullpen, the right-hander.
Sodbusters have Bailey, the Sodbusters have Scully working to Bailey Bordas. Bordas takes ball 1 ball and no strikes, a fly out to left, and a pop up to second. His first 2 at-bats. The pitch. Taken inside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes, the count now on Bailey Bordas. Hastings Sodbusters with the lead, 9-1 here in this one.
Bordas from Rancho Cucamonga, California. I have been there. There's a minor league baseball team there.
Pitch is over for a strike. Count to 2-1 on Bordas.
Rancho Cucamonga Quakes, I believe it's in the Dodgers organization.
Bordas batted in the 9 spot yesterday, had a hit, couple of runs scored. Bouncing ball, left side, Madsen's got it, throws to first, 2 up, 2 down, as Trayton Scully continues to make quick work of the Sasquatch. His only run allowed, an unearned run in the 6th. A single, an error, and then an infield single on a bang-bang play to score the runner from third. As that'll bring up Ivan Palomino, 0 for 2 on the day.
Finish my thought, Rancho Cucamonga Quakes are the single-A team of the Los Angeles Dodgers.
One of the minor league teams which survived the big minor league shutdown from a couple of years ago. Little looping liner to the second baseman, no problem for Tegan Tamia, and another easy inning for the Sodbusters and Trayton Scully as Hastings leads it by a score of 9-1. We head to the bottom of the 7th. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Life is busy. Between family events, the kids' activities, work, and driving here and there, who has time to wait in the checkout line? The new Sam's Club Scan and Go app lets you scan, pay, and head to the door. Or try curbside pickup. Just shop, park, and let them load it into your car. Curbside pickup for Plus members starts at 7 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Get all the products you love at the prices you expect from Sam's Club and skip the lines. Sam's Club, making busy lives less stressful.
You know Graham Tire for their quality tires and service, but did you know that they do brakes, batteries, and oil changes, and even shocks and struts? Graham Tire in Hastings has the quality products and great service you have come to expect from the Graham name. Rick and his crew will get you fixed up and right back on the road safely. And you can trust that the job was done right. That's peace of mind. Graham Tire in Hastings, West 2nd Street, open 7:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. A proud sponsor of Sodbuster Baseball.
We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Hastings Sodbusters lead it 9-1. It's Steve Stein, it's Josh Salmon, and our producer is Caden Kirkak. Sodbusters will be batting their bottom of the order. Actually 6, 7, and 8 with Adams, Lemke, and Gertis coming up. 12 hits in the game for the Hastings Sodbusters. They have allowed only 3. Damage done early. 4 in the first, 4 in the second. They added a run in the 6th inning. And here comes Sam Adams, right-handed hitting catcher for the Hastings Sodbusters, and he takes inside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Good relief appearance for Cam Hoyland as he continues to throw well. He's thrown 4 innings, allowing only 1 run so far. That coming this past frame. Pitch taken inside, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Sam Adams. He walked his last time up, and overall he is 0 for 1 on the day. Had a sacrifice fly and an RBI back in the first. Laces this one into left field. That's a base hit for Sam Adams. So he joins the hit parade, picks up the 13th hit of the ball game for the Hastings Sodbusters.
Matt Lemke, who's due up now, is the only guy without a hit in the lineup.
And Lemke is 0 for 3 for the Hastings Sodbusters. He had a hit yesterday and scored twice in the win over the Sasquatch. Hastings winning that one by a score of 12-5. 9 runs, 13 hits in the game. Spearfish just 1 run, 3 hits. Pitch popped up, fouled out of play. No balls and 1 strike to Matt Lemke, the Kansas State recruit at a Blue Valley Northwest High School in the Kansas City suburb of Overland Park on the Kansas side. So Lemke going to be a Wildcat, much to the pride of Luke Bear, grad assistant for KSU. Pitch is taken for a strike. Count goes to no balls and 2 strikes on Matt Lemke, a guy who can play infield, he can play outfield. He's out in right field today and went there yesterday after the injury to Sawyer Duddleston. Hopefully he will be back in the lineup soon. Sawyer was off to a great start offensively for this Sodbuster squad, but twisted an ankle going after a ball yesterday. It turned into a triple for the squad.
Yeah, with only 3 outfielders on the roster, you might see him play a lot of outfield this year.
Lemke swings and misses. He goes down on strikes. Hoyland amassing some strikeouts here the last couple of innings as he struck out 2 to end the 6th inning. Picks up a strikeout here in the 7th. And now Tyson Gertis, who struck out his last time up against Hoyland, takes strike 1.
Gertis only 17 at-bats this season for University of Nebraska, Omaha. In that time, he batted 059 with 10 strikeouts. So trying to work some stuff out here, and that's what the Summer League's all about.
5 strikeouts so far today for Cam Hoyland in relief, who's put together a very good outing and kind of saving the rest of this bullpen after it looked like it could be a long day at the office for Spearfish when they gave up 8 runs with their starting pitcher.
So if he goes back to the breaking ball, he's had a really good curveball since entering this game.
0-2 the count now on Tyson Gertis, and Hoyland a check of the runner over at first. Sam Adams a short lead, and that fastball is just a little bit high. Goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Tyson Gertis.
Yeah, that one too high. Let's see if he goes back to it. The curveball has he's been moving in a couple different ways to right-handed batters, left-handed batters. He's been very effective with it.
Gertis did have a hit against Hoyland earlier in the game and pops this one up and out of play. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. He singled off of Hoyland in the 3rd after he got a single and a run scored on Drew Hedke in the 2nd. Hedke allowing 8 runs. Sodbusters have touched up Hoyland for 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Hastings on top 9-1, looking to go to 4-1 on the year. Pitch taken high, 2 balls and 2 strikes on Tyson Gertis. Really, you love the approach at the plate, pretty much up and down the lineup. For the most part, Hastings swinging at strikes and letting balls go by. Now, we've seen Hoyland fool a few of the Sodbusters, but his first 2 innings in particular, just great approach. Curveball just misses the zone, stayed up, and Gertis has battled his way back to a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Tyson Gertis.
North Platte leading 3-2 at Fremont right now. We'll see North Platte coming up next week. Tuesday they'll be here, and then we'll travel there Wednesday, Thursday.
The North Platte Plainsmen, new member. Big swing, no contact for Gertis, so back-to-back strikeouts, and the 6th of the day for Cam Hoyland. So 2 outs, 1 on after Adams earned the single. It's been strikeout, strikeout, and Tegan Tamia trying to keep it going. Tamia with a double, an RBI and a run scored back in the second. Since then, he has struck out and grounded into a fielder's choice to end an inning. Now in the bottom half of inning number 7, Sodbusters on top 9-1. 1 ball and no strikes on Tegan Tamia. Pitch is missing for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Tegan Tamia. What a neat cultural experience for him from Hilo, Hawaii. Line drive, left field, base hit, and the Hawaiian puts a runner at first and third. Is good base running there for Sam Adams. He never stopped. He ends up at third, and Tegan is playing his college ball at Washburn. Has a multi-hit game. Runners at the corners, and Dallin Quigley will come to the plate as the Sodbusters look at tack on, leading it by a score of 9-1, bottom of the 7th.
6 of the 9 batters have had 2 hits tonight. That's pretty amazing.
And Quigley, one of those guys. A pair of singles for him and a pair of runs scored for the leadoff man. He's also flashed the glove a few different times out in center field for the Hastings Sodbusters. Here's the pitch from Hoyland, and this one is skied in the air. Right center field, could be trouble, a long run. This will fall. Extra bases for the Sodbusters. Quigley hits the bag at second. He'll stop there. It's an RBI double for Dallin Quigley. That brings home Sam Adams from third base. Tamia ends up at third, and the Sodbusters in double figures again as they lead it by a score of 10-1.
Nice job, Gabe Springer, getting that thing in. He knew what Quigley can bring with the legs, and that would have been an easy triple, but he got that thing in pretty quickly, and Quigley had to slam on the brakes at second base.
And man, oh man, who are we going to talk to in the postgame for interviews tomorrow?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
A lot of multi-hit games, and then how do you ignore Trayton Scully, who's working on a 3-hitter and may have a chance at a complete game here today as the Sodbusters with the lead by a score of 10-1. And with the 3 hits this inning, that's 15 hits in the game for the Sodbusters. As the pitch is taken for a strike. No balls and 1 strike on Aaron Harper. He's got a single and has reached base 3 times. Got a double to go along with that. His solidly struck ball, as this pitch is swung on and missed. On the scoreboard here, they put up an error immediately, but our official scorekeeper, Andy Chase, gave him a double, so we will go with that particular.
Yeah, I don't know where the arrow would be.
Score.
I guess
it was
kind of bobbled around out there.
Well, here's the pitch. Little looping liner. One Hopper's second baseman's got it. The throw to first in time. The shortstop had it clip off his glove, and I think that,
I see.
So they may have thought error here, but I think it was a pretty tough play. Aaron Harper grounds out here. Solid play for the second baseman, Bailey Bordas, but the Sodbusters do add a run. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 men left, and we head to inning number 8. Josh will take it home. When we come back, Sodbusters lead it 10-1. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
Homegrown company that is deeply invested in the communities it serves. They are the largest independent real estate brokerage in the state with over 950 agents serving communities all across Nebraska. Nebraska Realty operates on the same principles and values as the people of this state: honesty, hard work, community, and people. They recently opened an office in Hastings and are excited to be part
pitching
of the
change
and do their part in helping it thrive. See what Nebraska Realty
26.
can do for you.
It's going to be Grow.
NebraskaRealty.com.
David Rudd Grow.
We bring you Sodbuster Baseball as we'll see a pitching change. It won't be a complete game opportunity for Trayton Scully as he'll end after 7 innings of work, allowing only 1 run on 3 hits through 76 pitches. And they'll save him for another day, and good opportunity to get David Rudd Grow into the game. 6'2", 180-pounder, right-handed pitcher from Hope International College, the Hope International Royals in Fullerton, California. And they were an NAIA regional qualifier, so a good chance to get another Californian here on the Plains, and he will get a chance to pitch and face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters.
I know
Here's
exactly.
Josh Salmon.
Thanks. I know exactly where Barstow is. It's like the halfway point between San Diego and Vegas. That's where we always used to stop to get gas. So Barstow, California, know exactly where that is. Hope International. He only pitched 5 innings there this year. Gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 all earned on that. Did strike out 6 batters. and faced 25 batters in those 5 innings of work. So the right-hander comes in wearing the number 26. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Hey, if you'd like to be a junior broadcaster, you got an 8-year-old to a 15-year-old, and they'd like to join us here in the booth for a couple innings of broadcasting, email me. All right, give me the name of the child. We're going to pick some kids out to come up in July and broadcast a couple innings with Steve and I here. It's Salmon Says Media, all one word, at gmail.com. Salmon Says Media at gmail.com. Try to get us some good talkers if you can, and we'll maybe mold some young minds into doing what we do here and be the future of Sodbuster broadcasting.
Why would they want to do that? Is there a better job in the world?
No.
Than get to call baseball?
We're getting paid to watch baseball.
It's a lot of fun.
Don't tell people that.
Yeah.
Because then everybody's going to want to do it. All right, Caden, mum's the word. All right, he hears me over here. So Salmon Says Media at gmail.com and get your kid registered, 8 to 15 years of age. So here is David Rudgrow. Right-hander. He is set and comes that one up high. It's going to be 8-9-1 here. Carr, Vorwald, and McHenry. Spearfish, 3 hits, only the 1 run in the game. Scored that one back in the 6th inning. One ball, 1 strike. Rudgrow gets a sign from the catcher. Sam Adams sets him up on the inside to the right-handing batting. Now he goes outside, so he missed his spot on that one. And his 2 ball, 1 strike. Great outing tonight. What a good pitching performance from Trayton Scully. Wow.
7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run unearned, struck out 3, walked 1, hit 1, but it was around the zone. Threw under 80 pitches to get through 7 innings, about as good as you can get for the Hastings Sodbusters here today.
And if you talk to Trayton, you ever talk to Trayton? He's very humble. He'll be like, oh, I could have done a little better. He expects more of himself, but that's going to be a great outing. I've talked to him before. He's a very nice young man. A little bit of a prankster right here as well, but one of the guys that people love on the team. A walk there and a high pitch to Carr, and leadoff hitters on here for Spearfish Sasquatch.
And like I said, it's a great opportunity to get one of your arms in there in a non-pressure situation. You're up by 9, and he's already equaled the walk total for Scully, but again, you're not too concerned at this point with the Sodbusters comfortably in front, and let him work, try to find the zone and see what he can get done. Just put it in the zone and let your defense do the work.
Brings up 9th place hitter Trey Vorwald. Had the first hit of the game for Spearfish, and Tammy has a hard time coming up with that one. So that is going to be probably ruled a single.
It was a tough chance. He got caught between hops. It was right in front of the second base bag, and it'll be interesting to see what Andy Chase rules on that one. As it was an interesting play. If he makes it cleanly, he may have a chance to get the force at second, or certainly a throw out to first. We'll see what it is going to be.
So 2 runners on here nonetheless for Sasquatch. They got something going here in the 7th inning. Back to top of the order. That's Johnny McHenry. 1 of 3. Pitch on the way. That one is inside corner. Nice pitch. Strike 1. So far, it looks like a hit. Let's see what he put fielder's choice on here, but to do that, you'd have to have somebody out.
Not necessarily.
No?
Because you have a ground ball of the third baseman, he throws home, and that you don't get the out. So the first base guy reaches on a fielder's choice. Out isn't recorded, so.
So is that count as?
They've put a hit on the scoreboard at this point, so I guess we'll get further clarification as the game goes on. But right now, the best chance of the day for Spearfish.
Yeah, he's only got 1 hit on. That one hit the second back to first, and they overthrow it. It could have been a double play. Instead, a run will score as the throw by the shortstop. Harper was offline. Scott could not come up with it. Runner comes all the way around to score on that one. So put another one on the board. A crooked number here for Spearfish. Should have been an easy double play, but not a great throw there by the shortstop. And he says, it's my bad. He's telling the guys, my fault.
And that is certainly an error. We will not dispute that one as a fielder's choice, but an error allows the run to score. Error will allow
and they did
Davis
rule
Carr to come
Vorwald's a hit,
yeah,
according to Andy Chase. So run scores on that one. 1 run, 1 hit so far this inning, and an error. Only 1 out. Brings up Bachman. Very short lead over at first for McHenry. That one upstairs for Ryan Bachman. 10-1. Excuse me, should be 10-2. Haven't updated the scoreboard yet. 10-2 our score here. Busters 10 runs, 15 hits, 2 errors. Spearfish 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. 2 balls, no strikes here to Bachman. Bachman, then it'll be Springer due up next. And then up to your cleanup hitter, Green.
And give Spearfish some credit. They had 6 errors yesterday. They had 2 errors the first inning today. If you're thinking, man, the wheels are going to fall off of this team totally. They haven't had an error since then. They've got good relief pitching since the 3rd.
That one smoked down the left field line. That is going to be a fair ball by about a foot. Coming all the way first to third is the runner there, McHenry. And Bachman with a stand-up double. That's a nice piece of hitting. Just drove it down the line, pulled that thing, and Spearfish finding a groove here in the 7th.
Get a run home, and they have 2 in scoring position with only 1 man out. Again, you're liking this opportunity to get David Rudgrow some innings, an opportunity to throw some pitches, and you feel pretty good about things, the fact that you're still up by 8. But you'd like to get out of this with minimal damage, and Grow going to have to bear down here as he faces the 3 and 4 hitter as Gabe Springer steps to the plate.
Brings up Springer. There is some action in the Sodbuster bullpen. Not a whole lot of lefties. This one looks like a right-hander as he's waiting to get you a number here.
While Josh does that, there was a strike thrown to Springer as he has the better view of the Sodbuster bullpen, so I'll just take over for a couple of pitches here. This pitch is just a little bit outside. Yeah, something the big boys don't have to deal with. We've got the special seats, and they will say, they'll announce so-and-so is warming up in the bullpen. We don't have that. We have to get the binocs. So
Braden Mackey is warming up.
One ball, 1 strike to count, and a big swing, no contact. Now 1-2 on Springer. 1 run home in the inning for Spearfish. They have 2nd and 3rd and 1 out.
All right, thanks for taking the steering wheel there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 on, 2 in. In the game, 1 inning, 1 run this inning for Spearfish. Rudgrow comes sets, and that one to second base. Tamia will go over to first. They do get the out, but the run will score, so now 2 in for Spearfish, and they trail by 7.
You'll take that. Had the infield back. Didn't really worry about the runners scoring. Get the out. Now a runner at third, 2 outs. You're still up by 7.
Yeah, you'll always trade them. When you're this big a lead, you'll trade the run for an out easily. So that brings up Carson Green. Green is 1 of 3. Ground out, strikeout, and singled back in the 6th. Runners on the corner here. 10-3 our score. No balls, 1 strike. Looks like Scott Galusha is going to come up and talk. He forgot. How do you forget us? Come on.
He's busy.
He has been busy. Oh, and Plunk there. That's not what you want to do.
Probably selling beer today. He does a lot of different things.
Carson Green gets plunked. So 2 singles, a double hit batter. And Luke Bay is going to come out. Everything but the partridge in the pear tree right now going on for Rudgrow. Having a hard time here. So it gives a little bit more chance for Mackey, who, well, he was warming up over there. I don't see him now. So we'll see what happens here. So Luke Bay, former pitcher, is going to just kind of talk him down a little bit. Say, hey, let's just calm down. Let's just, let's get 1 more out here. We're up by 7 runs, so it's a good chance for, a guy to have that talk. And Luke is very patient. Nobody is more diligent pitch by pitch than Luke Bay that I've ever seen. He actually has each batter figured out who he wants to throw, what count, what he wants to throw to everything. He's very, very organized that way, and it makes it a lot easier for pitchers, and, it's just the way baseball works. So joined in the booth by co-owner and general manager Scott Galusha. And you got some smoke coming off your shoes. You've been running around a lot tonight.
Is it the 4th inning? I know that's when it's supposed to be the 4th inning. Whoops. I forgot a lot of things going on.
Well, time-wise, it was about the same. It would have been about the 4th inning last night. We played about 8 innings in the same time as 4 innings yesterday.
It was about the same feeling, and I walked by and said, dang it, I think I forgot to do something today. Well, I got to start with this. I got to say, I think my mom and dad are watching for sure. And it's so cool. My dad called me yesterday. First thing he asked me was, is your right fielder okay? Huh. He's a great baseball guy and a fan. And to know my parents are watching watching our guys every day is pretty cool.
Andrew Johnson.
So
up to bat.
thanks for watching, Mom and Dad.
How is the right fielder? How's he doing?
He's good. He's got a he thinks he's okay. We're gonna give him a couple days off, but I think he's okay. Trainer looked at him. It's kind of weird. It's got an inner ankle. He rolled it the other way. Almost always it's the outside of the ankle. For him, it's the inside. But I think it's gonna be fine. It scared him a little more than anything else. But we got him looked at. We got him in some ice, and he's moving around pretty good today.
1 strike, 2 outs here. And talk about the job Trayton Scully did. We'd love to have him back on the team. Not only is he a good guy, kind of a little prankster in the dugout there, but what a great outing tonight. He brings a lot.
Well, Scully's he's a quiet leader, and he's just a great young man first. I mean, we say all the time, we're good people first, good students after that, and then good baseball players. And Scully's all three of those. And the guy just works really hard, day in and day out. And this is obviously a great outing. I mean, he only threw like 75 pitches, which is incredible for 7 innings at this level. But we know he's going to go out there every 5 or 6 a day and compete for us. And this was a great outing. Let's not expect that every night out. But you know what? He's going to give you a chance to win.
Runner goes, throw down to second, and it is late. Stolen base there for, that is Green. One of the second stolen base of the night here for Spearfish Sasquatch. You got to love 15 hits. You've had 25 hits in 2 games. That's a good feeling.
Really, we got off an 8-hour bus trip last Tuesday night or last whatever day it was. All my days run together at this point.
Friday,
I don't even know what day it was.
Yeah, Friday,
But
Saturday,
anyway,
Sunday.
we got an 8-hour bus ride and snapped out 16 hits that night and another double digits on Saturday. Not quite as good Sunday, but the guys are competing. And what I really like is Luke and Chris, they have same philosophies with me. We play hard, we do the right things on and off the field, and we're very organized. And that looks good so far, and it sure is nice to see us doing well on the field.
Strikes out the batter there. We'll keep it right here. Andrew Johnson strikes out, and they leave a runner on base. But a couple runs in there for Sasquatch. The score is 10-3. Talking to general manager and co-owner Scott Galusha. And Scott, tell us about any other players going to be added to the roster anytime soon. There's some names that we're expecting to get here pretty quick.
We've got some real nice players that are still not quite with us here. They're in the West Coast, so they should be here in the next, say, week or 10 days. 3 guys we're really excited to get. Brandon Larson is a first baseman who's going to the University of California, San Diego.
Yeah, he's a big kid.
He's a big strapping. He looks like a first baseman, and he can really swing it. And then maybe, I've only seen him on video and talking to him on the phone some. But Danny Garcia, if you're a baseball fan around this community, he's like he's Spencer Schwellenbach for Nebraska last year. We think he's probably going to be a shortstop, and he's going to be a guy that maybe comes in and closes for us. And so we're excited that he's pretty close to coming. And then Casey Kitagawa, who is an incoming freshman going to, let me think about it for a second. He's going to Loyola Marymount.
Okay.
Yep. And he's a little guy that packs a big punch. He's about 5'10", maybe 150 pounds, maybe, and he's 88, 89 already. And so we think he's going to be a nice addition to the team as well. We've got another local guy that should be here tomorrow, Garrett Kennedy from UNO, originally from Grand Island, another great athlete. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. We've got 3 guys that are lightning quick out there. When you put Quigley out there and Tyler Gertis and then Garrett Kennedy, we've got 3 guys that can run out there. And it's not like Matt Lemke is slow out there, but he's going to look slow next to the track team we got out there. So, again, that makes we talk about that all the time, that when you come to Duncan, you pitch the contact and you let the guys get it done. And so far tonight, again, we made a couple errors. Those were more focused errors than anything else. But we're making most of the plays we need to make.
Looks like Connor Jones coming in to pitch, a right-hander here for Spearfish. Nope, take that back.
Gage Kracht.
Who was the guy?
Kracht.
There was somebody else that was throwing there a minute ago.
This is number 11.
That's 11, okay.
Yeah. Out of Mesabi Range College, Kracht, and I didn't get a pronunciation. Kracht? We'll go with Kracht.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
Yep.
That's always fun in my days working with Brian. You just try to get it right so you don't get phone calls.
I asked the coach yesterday. That's what he said was Kracht.
Okay, good deal. Yeah.
Well, earlier today, nice to see Trevor. I mean, he just got here yesterday, and we put him in the lineup already because it's Trevor. But he's had good swings today, and it was fun yelling weight room at him because he really hit that one. And if you watch the replay, by the way, and I think we all thought for a second, it might be out of here when he hit it.
Yeah,
But
the first
I
one, yeah.
watched I already watched it, and he got it on the inside part of the bat.
Okay.
He's just a big, strong kid, and well, he's not really that big, but he's a strong kid.
That one popped up, got underneath that one. Shortstop runs over to make the play. McHenry there, one-handed grab, and one down here for the Busters in the bottom of the 8th.
So if Mr. and Mrs. Matson are watching tonight, I was hollering weight room at him as soon as he hit it, and he got a big smile out of him. And you know, all these kids, I tell them every day that they're part of my family when you play with them. But there's just a special spot with Trevor. He's our captain. He just does everything that we want Sodbusters to do.
He gave me a hug yesterday. I was walking down there and talked to somebody else, and he walked past me. Hey, man, how's it going? He gave me a hug. That's just the kind of guy he is. That one deep to right field there, running back. And Scott's got himself at least a double. He's rounding 2, heading for 3. Chris Sabello says stand up at 3. And I love the aggressiveness, not only of the base hitting tonight, of the at-bats, but what Chris brings, Coach Chris Sabello brings for the base running. They've been aggressive, stealing bases. They've been turning singles into doubles, doubles into triples, and that's just the way he is.
That's right. We want to be aggressive, and I've been giving Chris a hard time because I think we've only played, this is our, 5th game? Is that right?
Yeah.
I think he's got 3 guys thrown out at third and 1 guy thrown out at home. And but again, that's what we want. I'd rather be aggressive and deal with it than be passive. Especially here at beautiful Duncan Field, we got to be aggressive.
I wonder what happened, if we didn't. Fred Bone, tell us a little bit about Fred here. Got him listed as a catcher. He's a DH tonight. It seems like he likes to swing a pretty good bat.
Yeah, he does. He's a very impressive young man. He's going to the University of Kansas, and he was he might have been the first guy. Not exactly for sure, but I believe he's the first guy that we recruited. And so getting a chance to visit with him, actually my first call was from Casey Burnham. He said, Casey called and said, we got a catcher that wanted to get to you guys. And he said, take care of him. And so he's a very good athlete. And I was very impressed with him last night. If you were watching, and it might not have made the scorebook, but with 1 out, he hit a simple ground ball to the second baseman. And I preach that all the time. Your average is for moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas, but understanding your situation is so important. And for a young kid to recognize that was his job there was impressive, and you could tell he was trying to do it.
Sacrifice fly to left, 3rd RBI of the night for Bone. For between him and Madsen, those guys are just RBI machines, and they have no problem getting up there and flying out. If it means something for the team, they'll take it.
We have a very good problem to have. We've got 4 catchers, and they can all play. So the plan is eventually to rotate 3 of them around, and then you're going to have to earn some at-bats other than that. But Sam Adams is catching tonight. Nick Jones is caught yesterday and did a nice job in Casper. And then we got Fred, and our first baseman is really a catcher. Blake Scott is his name. I call him Chicklets. He looks like a hockey player. About a year ago, not quite a year ago, he took a bat to the front teeth.
Oh
wow!
And so we call him Chicklets. So he's got some replacement teeth in there, but he looks like a hockey player, which also sort of fits the bill of the kind of kid that I like to have at
Sure,
Hastings.
definitely. And you were talking about this last night. A lot of taller guys this year. So yeah, you have to buy a couple more jerseys.
Well, I wish I could, but you can't get a hold of anything right now.
No.
So we've got a pants dilemma, to be quite honest with you. Last year we had a bunch of guys wearing 30s and 32s. Well, we don't have too many of those guys now. So we just had a all points bulletin that anybody who can fit into a smaller pair of pants needs to do so, because we got some bigger guys coming still yet.
All right.
And I know you guys have a great meal plan. Do you have to maybe cut the meals down?
We may have to do something. I don't know.
Soda.
But we definitely look more impressive in our uniforms. And nothing against last year's team. They were just younger kids. And so, and just not quite as mature. But that's not the case today.
All right, striking out there to end the inning is Sam Adams. So coming out here in the 9th, trying to finish things off. The Sodbusters up 10-3, and we see Mackey come in the game here now. Mackey was warming up a little bit ago, and as Braden Mackey comes in, goes to Northwestern Iowa. Hastings guy here. Tell us a little bit about Mackey. Do you have any information on him, Steve?
Scott says goodbye. By the
okay,
way.
he's leaving. So I got some stuff here on Mackey if you don't. Braden Mackey goes to Northwestern Iowa, as I mentioned. Pitched 7 appearances this year, 6 ERA, Had 8.1 innings pitched, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 7 walks, striking out 7 guys and 32 batters faced. Batting average against him, though, was 182. Hastings guy here, Braden Mackey. So good to see him on the team with the other Hastings guys, a lot of Hastings guys. And the first time he's been a sodbuster. Welcome aboard.
And he did have an outing on Sunday, went 1 1/3 innings, allowed 4 earned runs on 6 hits, so did get a little bit of time in that road trip to Casper. And chance to eat up an inning here and wrap up the win as the Sodbusters lead it 11-3. Scott was called away. He had a question to be answered. He was going to say goodbye, but
Sure.
he had to head out. We appreciate Scott Galusha. Is there a nicer human being than Scott Galusha?
I don't think so.
Yep, he's just as good a guy.
And I don't know if he sleeps either. I really don't. I don't know if the guy sleeps at all. I think it's just a lot of caffeine for him. No, he's actually not a coffee guy. His wife is. She loves coffee. He is not a coffee guy. We've had this discussion, him and I. So trying to finish things off here is Mackey. 11-3 is the score for Sodbusters. It's been a great night. 4 runs in the first, 4 in the second. And then they didn't score again until the 6th and 7th. Put a couple runs up there. And 1 in the 8th. And now 11 runs, 16 hits, 2 errors. For the Spearfish Sasquatch, it's 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. Mackey, the right-hander, coming in. He will face the 6, 7, 8 hitters here. There'll be Bordas, Palomino, and Carr scheduled up for Sasquatch. And coming up is Bordas. Bordas is over 3 tonight. Bailey Bordas. Take a look around the league here as we get a moment. Check some of the other scores. Plainsman still 3-2 on that one. Now it has a 7th. Jim City and County Spuds tied at 1 apiece. I have Casper up 2-1 right now in Gering at Western Nebraska. That one in the 8th inning. And those are the only games I see tonight. So here is Bordas, right-hander versus right-hander as they're getting it corrected on the lineup card here. Invite you guys to come on out tomorrow. Game number 3 for these two teams. And then coming up this weekend, very excited to see the Nebraska prospects, some of the best high school talent coming out here to take on the Sodbusters. They play all road games. You have there's a kid from Grand Island is one of the local ones, and there's a Kearney kid, and there's also a Central City kid, Cale Jensen. If you haven't seen Cale Jensen play, he's an unbelievable baseball player. He is going to be on that team as well. No balls, 1 strike here. Mackey throws first 1 strikes to Bailey Bordas. Now it's a ball and a strike here to Bordas. Steve, it's not even dark here. We may, don't worry if they turn the lights off. We'll be able to see when we get out here tonight.
Yeah, yesterday it was like game over, lights out, get out. Of course, we didn't get done until after 10 last night. I don't know if we had the curfew or what. The lights bother the neighbors, so you had to turn the lights out immediately.
I think it's a city ordinance.
Now, what if you play extra innings? I mean, what is the,
I'm not sure.
I'll have to ask Scott one of these nights.
What is the rule on that? I thought they're just kind of trying to conserve energy.
Yeah.
Which could be part of it. 3-1. Mackey works quickly here like he's illegally parked. And ball 4, that one's low. So a walk here. Well, the second walk given up today by Sodbuster pitching, and that's something to say. I mean, you only give up 2 walks in 9 innings. That's a good thing. So Mackey from the hometown crowd here faces the second batter of the outing, even Palomino, Palomino is over 3 as well. 7th place hitter. That one fouled off first base side over by the entrance gate. Look out over there by the souvenir stand. Some new T-shirts. I like the new Sodbuster logo. You and I talked about this with the bricks on it.
Yeah.
It's the shape of Nebraska. It's got the bricks. It's got the H. But then it's got the 408, which is our dead center measurement. So I really like that new logo. That's what's on the green T-shirts over there. You can pick up, come to the game. That one chopped up the middle. This could be, no, nobody got anything. Wow, that's going to go all the way into center. Runner goes first to second. That's one of those ones, I got it. Okay, you got it. Okay, nobody got it. As the shortstop and the second baseman both run up there, Tamia looks at Harper and says, I got, no, nobody got it.
Well, and in honesty, I mean, all things being equal, it's Aaron Harper's ball because the shortstop needs to come over. He's got the angle to make the throw to first.
Yeah.
He needed to take control of that one. And, these guys have only played together a couple of days. So as the summer goes on, you're going to have a lot better communication. And that's something that you work out. And you like that it happens in an 8-run game and that it's not tied here in the ninth.
And they're already talking about it right now and who's got coverage if the runner goes, that kind of thing. So it takes some time, as you said, to get used to everything. That one outside, so runners on the corners here as Bordas walked, advanced to third on the single there by Palomino a moment ago. It's 1-0 here to Davis Carr, the first baseman. Carr 0 for 2 with a walk. And that one in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Davis Carr. 8th place hitter, first baseman tonight, catcher last night. How many pounds of ice did he use after the game? 1 ball, 1 strike. I think he probably emptied out the hotel machine, I'm sure.
You know, 2 weeks ago,
1 ball, 2 strikes.
2 weeks ago, Aaron Harper was playing for Northern Illinois. Teagan Tammy was playing for Washburn. They've known each other less than a week, so you'll forgive the communication breakdown there here in game number 2 or 3.
Sure, an 8-run cushion also makes you forget that here in about a minute or two. Runners on the corners. Spearfish trying to get something going here. That one bounces away from the catcher. He has no idea where it goes, so runner will score. As it gets close to the dugout, Scott runs over to pick it up. Sam Adams had no idea where that thing went. And sometimes when it hits his turf, especially even the home plate area that looks like dirt is turf, it took a weird hop and went over by the first base dugout by the Sasquatch. And luckily, Scott knew where it was, but the run did score. So wild pitch there for Mackey. Braden Mackey. Count is 2-2. Run in there. Now it's 11-4. That's why those big cushions help you. And run swung on and missed on the strike and got him for the strikeout. Nice job to answer back there for Mackey. And there's 1 down.
And that's what makes it look so impressive. What Trayton Scully did through the first 7 innings of this game, it's gotten a little ragged the last couple of innings, but the way Scully, the tempo with he worked, it also helped his defense too. He wasn't walking anybody. Guys were putting the ball in play. Last couple innings, you know, a little walk. The tempo of the game slowed down. That also makes it tougher on your defense.
Timeout called at the home plate here. Want you to join us out here tomorrow. Bring the family out. Always, it's not only a baseball game. It's a show with the games going on. You maybe get your kids involved in some of those on the field. You got the national anthem, and there's stuff going on between each inning besides just the baseball games. It's a lot of fun here at Duncan Field for everybody.
Because Jason Frew, who does the on-field entertainment and announcing, he's also the director of the show choir and music program in Aurora. So they have the best group of national anthem singers in the Independence League, I would dare to say. And he has, you know, almost a different person every day, and Jason can sing it himself if he wants to.
He sang it last night to lead the end. He could close his eyes and just point to one of his students.
Yeah.
And they could come out here and sing and be better than most people. That's how talented a group he's got to pick from. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here, 1 run in for Spearfish Sasquatch in the 9th inning as Mackey trying to close things out here for the Busters, but that one up high a little bit. Mackey, the Hastings native. Where's the number 1? 6 foot 150. So tall, skinny kid. Right-hander. Pitch comes, that one hit to shortstop, backhanded, stopped by Harper, not able to do anything, but he did stop it at least. And, you know, you'd rather stop it and have nothing happen than, you know, kick it into left field or let it go, because the run definitely would have scored if he didn't stop it.
Interesting to see how they scored that one. With the range he had to go, I think even if he stops it cleanly, it's going to be an infield single.
I don't think there's
any chance.
I don't think there's an error.
Yeah.
It was good he stopped it, because the runner was going to third was definitely going to score there. Palomino. They did give him a hit on that, looks like. So back to the top of the order, then Johnny McHenry. Henry is 1 of 3. 1 of 4, excuse me. Yeah, they gave that a hit. I got 3 hits here for him. That one, Bass Tamia diving. That will score a run on the single. Runner going all the way to third. It's a great throw to third, but no, it's a little offline, and that's one of those ones you got to get it back into second base. It was a great throw, nice thinking to get the runner at third, but stop the ball at second. And a nice piece of hitting there by Henry, and another run scores here. So the lead dwindling for the Sodbusters. down 11-5.
You're not scared yet, but, you start thinking in your back of mind, okay, we got to find a way to get 2 more outs, as they do make it 11-5 with 2 more in scoring position. If they score these 2, then it's a little bit of pins and needles time here in the 9th, because you don't want to see what was a really good game get away from you. I mean, that's a hit all the way. Tammy, a great effort, but that was just off his glove and into right field.
Jacob Shaw just getting stretched out over there in the bullpen. I recognize number 7, one other Hastings guy. I thought maybe Rand Sanders, too. He kind of does a lot of relief. I haven't seen him pitch yet. The lone Grand Island guy on the team this year. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And he had a great year at Cloud County Community College. We'll get into that once Rand's
Yeah, he had a little bit of an injury
going
last year.
Yep.
But it's good to see him back.
And he has earned a Division I offer, so he'll be playing D1 ball during the remainder of his college career, or at least have an opportunity to play at the University of Nebraska Omaha.
Oh, that's awesome. Ryan Bachman with a 1 strike count here. No balls, 1 strike. Jacob Schroeder, last night's starting pitcher, running the scoreboard tonight. He's over there clapping next to us. Even though he's not in the dugout, he's in the dugout. He's with the guys. Trying to finish things off here is Mackey. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. And that one a little low. Jacob Shaw warming up in the bullpen as Mackey's having a tough outing as Luke Bay calls time and wants to come talk to his right-hander.
You mentioned Schroeder. He was a stalwart in the press box last year. When they needed the scoreboard ran, he was up there and did his job. So team player. Big credit to Jake. And Jake will have better days for the Sodbusters as the summer progresses. Here's a guy who didn't see a whole lot of time with Washburn in the spring. That's another great thing about this summer. When you didn't get a whole lot of innings, now you'll have a chance to come out and do that. And he struggled with his control a bit, battled his way through 4 innings, kept his team in the game, and then the Sodbusters would go on to win that one 12-5. Trying to hang on here, 11-5. A little different kind of feel. Last night's game was nip and tuck through the middle innings till the Sodbusters put a 5 spot on to put it away. This one felt over after the 2nd inning. This is as tense a moment as we've had in the game. Really, the Sodbusters have semi-been on cruise control since the end of the 2nd when they led it 8-0.
Luke Bay just finished up his master's degree, so congratulations to him. And ran out there and talked to his pitcher. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. A couple runs in this inning, 2 runs, in fact, for Spearfish Sasquatch, as they have 2 runners on here. Trying to finish off Bachman or get him to ground out or something. That one's in there for a strike. So Luke Bay gave some words of wisdom, and that worked on that pitch. Braden Mackey trying to finish up this batter. Jacob Shaw throwing aggressively in the bullpen over there. You would think that you would see him if this batter doesn't get out. Infield pretty much regular depth, outfield deep. Here is a pitch from Mackey. That one hits the center field. Quigley out there, makes the catch. It should score a run. And Quigley wisely gets it into the shortstop to cut it off, let the run score, and there is 2 outs, but it is now 11-6.
And you mentioned the play that Quigley made as compared to the previous ball to the outfield. Quigley realizing there's no way he's going to get the runner at home, throw it into 3rd base, keep the runner at 2nd. Another run scores, but more importantly, there's 2 outs, and now you're 1 out away from securing the 4th win in 5 games.
So Gabe Springer comes up, the right fielder. He's been on base twice tonight, a walk and a single, also struck out and grounded out, but his defense has been very good in right field tonight. He's got a great arm out there. Started 3rd base last night, played a tough right field tonight. Springer with a chance to get 1 more here, but Mackey trying to finish it off. Busters 2 strikes away from a 2nd victory in a row, going undefeated here at home, even though we're only in the 2nd home game. And that one just missed. A little low, perhaps. I think the umpire got it right. 1 ball, 1 strike there. Mackey didn't like the call, but that's what you got to do sometimes. Hastings native trying to finish it off. Gets a sign from his catcher, Sam Adams. Checks the runner at 2nd. Righty comes set against the left-handed batting Springer. And that one misses as well, 2-1. So whatever Luke Bay said must have worked. Got him to fly out anyway. He's got the out. He said, don't worry about the run. You know, we've got some runs. Just get this guy out. And he got him to fly out to center. Quickly made the good throw into shortstop, the cutoff guy. Pitch on the way here. Going upstairs, now 3-1. Jacob Shaw is still warming up. could probably enter the game here if he needed to after this batter. He's been throwing pretty aggressively over there. It doesn't take Jake very long to warm up. He's a relief guy. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 11-6. Buster's trying to finish it out here in the 9th. And that one upstairs, and that is a walk. Only the 3rd walk of the night given up by Sodbuster pitching. 2 of those by Mackey, though. Been a rough night at the office here for Mackey. Luke Bay sticking with his righty here, though. On the edge of the step, right on his cue card is Luke Bay. Chris Sabello setting his defenders, telling the left fielders and center fielder where he wants them. For Carson Green. Green comes up on the night. He is 1 of 3, batting .207 currently. Pitch misses inside for a ball. Hastings natives are getting restless here.
You would have taken that one.
Yep.
That was on the inside corner, and if you're wanting to get to the post-game meal, that needed to be a strike.
Although, like we talked about, it may be a smaller meal now.
That's true.
You got to make those pants fit.
I'm talking to umpires. They can eat what they want to eat. That
there
was,
you go.
I just thought that. Call strike 1.
We're not buying their pants. 2 balls, no strikes here. Mackey trying to finish it off. Been laboring here in the 9th. Credit to Spearfish. They put up a 3 spot thus far. And now that one just missed by an eyelash. That could have gone either way.
Got a feeling this is the last batter here for Mackey if he can't find a way to get one over on Green. Again, that's the impressive thing about Scully. Scully walks 1 through 7 innings. The relief pitchers have walked 3 in less than 2 innings.
There's a called strike. That was similar to the pitch right before it. This time got the call. Otherwise, umpire's been very good tonight behind the plate and last night. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Buster's up 11-6. And popped up and behind us. So now 3-2 here. Crowd's going to be making some noise here at Duncan Field. There's the drum guy. Couldn't find the drum guy. He's over there on the first base. I was looking for him earlier. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. 3 runs in here for Sasquatch, but Buster's trying to finish it out. It's 11-6. Braden Mackey shakes off the sign, wants a new one. Batter steps out. Smart move there by Carson Green. Try to kill the momentum here a little bit. So step in here again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch coming from Braden Mackey, and that one hit to center field. That's going to fall in for a hit. That's going to be extra bases as it goes all the way to the wall just about. Quigley gets it in, and that is a stand-up double, 2-run double. Perhaps 1 pitch too long. He was left in for Mackey. And, boy, we suddenly have a ball game here, Steve, in the 9th.
Yep, you wanted to give him every opportunity to finish it, but I think that's probably the end of the opportunity. Is a 2-run double, and you look at the scoreboard, it's 11-8. And now you start counting runners here. Okay, there's 9. They need 1 more base runner to get the tying run to the plate. Who'd have thought we would be thinking about that when we entered this frame?
I think they're waiting for the batter to get announced before they make the change. Let's see. And no, he's sticking with him. This is interesting. Jacob Shaw is standing over there. Okay, he's throwing a couple more pitches. So this brings up the 9th batter of the inning, Andrew Johnson, the catcher. 5 spot on the board here. Suddenly only down by 3. Came into this inning down by 8. And if you're Sunfish fan, or
they're not in the league anymore.
Sorry.
And I'm the same way.
I know.
I want to call this team that so badly. I'm not even going to say it because
Sasquatch.
Yes.
There we go.
The Spearfish Sasquatch.
I think they should have a fish in their thing. So Spearfish Sasquatch, thinking, okay, we're down. We're out of this thing. And now it's an what does it count here?
1-1.
1-1. Thank you. Scoreboard's messed up here. So it's runner on second, pretty much just traded place with the last runner. On the double there a moment ago by Carson Green. Brought in Springer. That one's a looper into right center field. Tamia not able to come up with it. They're waving the runner around. He will score. I'm not sure why they left the pitcher in. Mackey has had a rough night at the office. This is, you've got to think, and Luke Bay is about ready to make his way out there. You've got to think that's got to be the last batter. 9 batters face this inning.
Well, and, in fairness to, I'm not going to tell Luke Bay how to do his job. He knows his guys better than me. And that was a really good pitch for Mackey, and he's had a couple of them just go off. You know, that was a little fister that just did get over the second baseman. There have been a couple of those kind of hits as well. So, but now it's 11-9, and the tying run is at the plate here in the 9th inning, and Mackey is still going to be allowed to pitch. So
this is interesting. Very interesting.
Post-game conversation here if it keeps going the way it is. So the 10th man to bat in the inning is Bailey Bordas, who walked and scored to begin this frame.
So Bordas up. And third base coach coming down to talk about something. Is he going to have a pinch runner, perhaps?
Yep, believe so.
Yeah,
because that guy is the guy that is the tying run.
So, yeah, you want to bring in somebody fast. They're going to bring Griffin Sheeran in. Minot State University, we saw him start yesterday's game. Highlands Ranch, Colorado. So, smart move here by Shane Gardner.
And if you see an extra base hit here, actually, that's not the tying run. The tying run's the plate, my fault.
That's okay. I still want to get as much speed on the base paths as you can. That was my job when I played baseball. You get out there and you just run. You run, run, run. I was good on the base paths. 0-1 pitch coming up here. 6 runs in this inning. 4. The Sasquatch. That one upstairs, and Mackey is still there. Shaw is not warming up anymore. So I don't know if that just means he's done. It looks like he's about ready to come in. He's standing up here by the fence. So he is a spectator right now. Says, I'm warm. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Oh, shaving a haircut there. That one's inside. 10th batter of the inning here is Bordas.
Traden Scully threw 76 pitches the first 7 innings. The last 2 relief pitchers have thrown over 60 for the Sodbusters.
That one popped up, third base side. This could do it if Madsen can make the catch, but he runs out of real estate. And that one's over by the staircase on third base. All the little leaguers, mine, go for it. 6 runs in this inning. This is baseball for you, folks. They were up 11-3 coming into this inning. Give me 11-2.
And for the second time, Sodbusters are a strike away from winning this one.
So people are kind of on their feet, kind of squatted. What do we do? Do we stand? Do we sit? The crowd. Here is the pitch. That one fell off first base side, and that is going to be out of play. Tammy is ready for this thing to be over. He was sprinting towards that ball, and it sliced over by the bullpen.
And you think of little things, you know, remember that grounder back up the middle that probably should have been 1 out, you know, those types of things that didn't seem very big at the time. They're looking a little bigger. The
double play that got thrown up off of first there. Bad throw by the shortstop earlier in the game. That could have been 2. Should have been 2. One of those things, it should have, would have, could have. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
But it's all academic. Find a way to get 1 more strike, 1 more out, put it in the win column, and go to 4-1.
So we'll do it again here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Still Mackey in there. Mackey came in to start the inning.
And has thrown 42 pitches.
2/3 of an inning. It's 5 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. One fell off first base side, and we'll do it again. 2 walks, 9 batters faced. He's given up 6 runs.
Good at bat for Bordas, who earned a walk his last time up. He'll face the 7th pitch of this at bat. Like I say, he had the walk to begin this inning, so he has seen a lot of pitches from Mackey.
It was still light out when this inning started.
Yeah.
That one hits a shortstop, backhanded by Harper. They get the out at second. Tamia gets him. Tamia stretches. How did he do that? Go gadget legs. And they call him out at second.
Take it.
Tamia was completely laying down to make the play to reach the ball. The runner can't believe it. Busters win it 11-9. I have no fingernails left.
Had him all the way. Never a doubt.
Ground out to shortstop, and that's where we'll end it there for the Busters. 11 runs on 16 hits and 2 errors. And for the Spearfish Sasquatch, 9 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors for them. We'll recap some numbers and come right back on the postgame show. Busters win it 11-9. Would end up being a nail-biter. This is Sodbuster Baseball.
The Adams County Visitors Bureau is the perfect place to start your Hastings experience. Hastings is the birthplace of Kool-Aid. See the Kool-Aid exhibit at the Hastings Museum along with many other exhibits and a planetarium. Enjoy the historic housing district, strolling through
They ended up with
downtown
10
parks
hits.
and beautiful shops. Whether you're visiting or you live here, the Adams County
They ended up
Visitors
with 10
Bureau will
hits.
help you find what you're looking for, from places to eat, things to do and see, to places to stay. Ask the Adams County Visitors Bureau at visithastingsnebraska.com. There's nothing like relaxing on a summer day. Nothing like taking in a Hastings Sodbuster baseball game. And there's nothing like an ice-cold Pepsi to make the day perfect. Pepsi Cola of Hastings wants to make your nothing like be the best day it can be. Whatever the
I'm going to try to
occasion.
grab quickly.
Enjoy your favorite refreshing Pepsi product throughout the Sodbuster season and make your nothing like memories.
You want me to get Scully?
Pepsi Cola of Hastings,
Yeah,
a
Scott?
proud sponsor of Hastings.
That's what I'm thinking of.
You want me to
Sodbuster
get
Baseball.
Scully?
Oh, Scully, yeah.
Nebraska Realty is
Get
a
trading.
homegrown company
He's a
that
nice
is
kid.
deeply invested in the communities it serves. They are the largest independent real estate brokerage in the state with over 950 agents serving communities all across Nebraska.
Bellows doing the talking right
Nebraska
now.
Realty operates on the same principles and values as the people of this state: honesty, hard work, community, and people. They recently opened an office in Hastings and are excited to be part of the community and do their part in helping it thrive. See what Nebraska Realty can do for you at nebraskarealty.com.
How do you remember things? Post-it note, string around your finger,
one more.
smartphone reminder? Whatever you do, remember Nebraska Pick 3 2x2 and My Day. 3 great Nebraska Lottery Lotto games that are all $1 per play with drawings every day. Nebraska Pick 3 lets you choose your own bet type. 2x2 has a $22,000 top prize. And with My Day,
He doesn't
you
get a
choose a
save off of that,
6-digit
does he?
date. Must be 19, please play
No.
responsibly. Oh, got a reminder. Produced Nebraska
If Shaw
Lottery
would have come
commercial.
in, he would.
Huh?
If
I'm all
Shaw
over
would have
that.
come in, he would have gotten.
Okay. Well, Busters end up winning it on what ended up being a nail biter.
Had him all the way. Fish.
11
Had
to
him all the way.
9 there is, boy, what a not rolling over and playing dead for the Sasquatch at all. Scoring 6 runs there in the 9th inning and end up being a close one there. But they got it. The win goes out to Trayton Scully, and he deserves it. What a terrific night for the right-hander from York College. Pitched a great game. 7 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run. It wasn't earned. A walk, 3 strikeouts, and 25 batters faced. And a great job by him, and great job by the Busters bats. Look at the guys that had multi-hits. Quigley had 3 hits. And Harper with 2, Madsen with 2, Scott with 3, Bone had 1, Adams had 1, Lemke was the only guy that went 0 for 4. Gertis had 2 hits, and Tamia had 2 hits as well for the Sodbusters. And, 2-0 here on the homestand. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
And other highlights: Trevor Matson, 4 RBIs. Bone had 3 runs batted in. Multi-runs scored from Quigley, from Harper, from Matson, from Scott. Up and down the lineup, pretty much everyone but one contributed offensively. And then defensively, Trayton Scully, his numbers compared to the bullpen just is the story of this game for Hastings. Scully works the first 7 innings, throws only 76 pitches. The 2 relief pitchers combined for almost 70 pitches to get the final 9 outs of this one. As when Scully left, he had given up only 1 run through the first 7 innings of this one. And you see the Sasquatch make it very interesting. 2 runs in the 8th, 6 runs in the 9th to make it an 11-9 final. But the Sodbusters, doesn't matter the score, you put it in the books, and you move on, and you try for a series sweep tomorrow against this Spearfish team.
Yeah, and how important were those 8 runs in the first 2 innings? Because the Sodbusters didn't score again until the 6th, and then they only scored 3 runs. So if they didn't get those 8, this would be a completely different ball game. But Scully kept them in it with the great pitching. The bats came around. The guys had some great defense when they needed it. There was 2 errors. Those were just a couple mental mistakes. And again, guys that aren't used to playing with each other for the first time, we could all make those mistakes. So Busters look to come back and make a clean sweep of it against Sasquatch tomorrow here at game number 3. 6:35 first pitch. We'd love to see you out here if you can make it out. Following that, on this 6-game homestand, the Nebraska prospects will be here, Steve. I'm very excited about this team. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, some of the best high school talent in the state getting together, playing all road games this year. They'll be here for 3 games this weekend. And as they say, good seats available. Love to see you out the ballpark here at Duncan Field.
We'll have a chance to get a couple of players. We'll play those back during our pregame tomorrow as proud to bring you Sodbuster baseball throughout the 2022 summer campaign.
All right, once again, Busters win this one 11-9. For Caden Kirkak running our cameras to my right, for Steve Stein, my good buddy, for our left, I am Josh Salmon. Signing things off tonight, another victory for the Sodbusters. You guys have yourself a wonderful night. We'll catch you back here tomorrow with our pregame starting right around 6 p.m. on the YouTube channel for Hastings Sodbuster Baseball. Good night, everybody. I think I did that right.
Get the head coach used to coming up, or I don't know. It's okay. I guess it's just do this too, and just get him the players and stuff like that too.
I don't know if we have to tear down or not. I'll ask Scott on my way down.
Okay.
Quickly is 4?
Yes. And yeah, I'll get Scully, or unless you'd rather me get somebody else.
Nope, Scully's good. Whoever you can grab.
It's late today, so I will get that.
I just left it for you, for everyone else to do.
Thank you.
And we don't know if we have to tear down or